Hey, this is Gamebound, the series where we play one-shots, and today, two-shots, because we didn't quite finish our one-shot last month. It's been like a month since we played.
That's wrong.
Pop.
So we're here to play some Tales from the Loop, a game about kids in the 80s solving supernatural mysteries. I'm excited to play. And yeah, I think we'll just jump right into it more or less. I feel like this is off center somewhat. There we go. Okay, so when we last left off with the kids, what were their names? Billy Boone. Here, let me show off the AI art that I generated. We got Billy Boone. Yeah, there he is. There's Billy Boone. Played by Seth. Seth, tell us a little bit about Billy to get us caught up again on who
Billy
he is.
Boone is the typical computer nerd that loves robots and he loves his erector set, and he hates animals because they're scary.
Fair enough.
Oh, we're off to rescue a dog too. I just remembered that.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
For $25.
$25.
And
we also have
last time,
yeah.
And last time Billy made a motor sled.
That is
helped
true,
make a
true.
motor
rocket sled even.
I haven't risked it on his motor sled. So
it is definitely a rocket sled. There are some experimental engine parts that went into this thing. So
I had it written down as motor sled. I didn't know if that's what I called it last time, but yeah, it's essentially a rocket sled. This thing's awesome.
And then we have Jeff Capers, played by Jason, the stereotypical bookworm. Anything else you'd like to tell us about Jeff?
No, that basically sums him up.
There you go.
I was trying to read his book, even on the rocket sled.
Yeah.
He looks a little well put together in that photo.
Yeah. It was the best one of the ones that I generated. I thought it was the best style. And then we have, last but not least, we got Aaron, the troublemaker. And yeah, here he is. He has a snowboard down past where the token cuts off. But Jordan, what's up with Aaron? What's he about?
Aaron has a bad relationship with his parents. Doesn't really care about his schoolwork that much, even though he's decent at it. And really just wants to go skateboards.
Fair enough. And Aaron, most recently got the crap kicked out of him. You got a good punch in they got to get good punch in on you, even though you kicked the crap out of the guy you're beating up. But you've managed to rest in this old cabin. I have it listed here as hunting cabin, but really it's like a writer's retreat. That Jeff's character happened to know is used by authors to come and write their novels. And unfortunately for Jeff and for the world of fantasy novels, one such author, Nicholas Evans, was found dead as the kids found shelter at this same writer's retreat. The thing was broken into. This cabin was broken into. There were velociraptor tracks, and Billy fixed up a rifle and now has a hunting rifle, so that's cool. But yeah, it's generally not a good time here in Spring Lake State Park, next to the nice, the quaint little town of Kewanee, Illinois. And our kids
I'd like to point out that Nicholas Evans was a real author.
Oh, really? What does he write in real life?
He was a New York Times best-selling author of something. Come on.
Slasher fiction.
Stories about teenagers kids in the 80s solving supernatural mysteries. What a surprise!
No. The Horse Whisperer.
The Horse Whisperer. Okay. I don't really know what that means.
It means he goes up to horses and say, "God."
Which
okay, that was
okay. Based on that, just all of that. Where do you think he's from? Oh,
Maine.
Maine. You think he's from Maine?
Somewhere on the east. I'm just guessing Maine. Chincoteague Bay.
Caleb, thoughts?
Is that a real place?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's where Chincoteague ponies are.
Oh, okay. Oh, I have no idea, Jordan.
Jason, any thoughts? Nicholas Evans location?
Evansville.
I'm-
There is a town in Wisconsin called Evansville. Very near to where I live. Or
I'm
used
gonna
to.
say Arizona.
Seth was the closest when he said east. It was Bromsgrove, United Kingdom.
Oh, okay, all right.
He's
Oh,
from
okay.
the UK.
So
to
by
get us
closest, you mean not close at all, but
Yeah,
closest in terms of it was closest, but
he said
not in the United
east,
States.
which
Price
it
is Right
east.
rules.
Yeah, exactly. Price is Right rules didn't go over. So, to get us back into what's going on, I'm gonna go ahead and read the journal of Nicholas Evans again here, the pages that Jeff found as he was rummaging around the cabin. And yeah, here we go. So this is what Jeff found. We probably get a voiceover of this as we're getting the return to the show. This is like a 2-hour special. It aired on different dates.
How come we always get voiceover but never voice under?
Well, you have to go to Australia for that.
Ah, very
so yeah, if Josh Lang was here, then we'd get some voice under. But
good. Oh, is he in the chat?
no, I don't. See him,
Darn.
but so we see Jeff reading this journal, this hastily scribed journal of Nicholas Evans. It says December 12th. What has happened is unbelievable, yet it has happened. I was chased across the ice by a creature that I could only identify as a dinosaur. And as we're getting this voiceover, we're seeing like flashbacks of the previous episode, right? So we're seeing you guys see there's like a shadow that appeared overhead of you at one point, and you didn't really realize what it was. And then you saw a beast from far off that was knocked down a tree. And then we see you guys looking down at like this is Jeff looking down at the velociraptor tracks outside of this cabin while he's reading this journal. And the journal says, the person reading this must think I have lost my mind. I heard the ice cracking beneath its feet while I ran as fast as I could off the lake, rushed up the beach and into the woods while the creature came closer. And as we're getting that voiceover, we see the lake that you guys found Goldie's collar on, right? This like ripped, bloody collar. So you're, again, as you're trying to find this dog to rescue him to get that $25. Journal continues. Had the forest not been thick enough to keep the creature from following me, I would be dead. I returned to the cabin, and I tried to make as little noise as possible. Who knows what else is out there? December 13th. They must have started to look for me by now, but how will they find me? I'm not expected to be back in Chicago until after Christmas. I don't have much food left, even though I found 2 cans of beans in the back of one of the cabinets. I meant to make a grocery run earlier, but was so caught up in my chapter, ... The rifle is leaning against my chair. I'm writing this in the last sunlight streaming in through the window. I don't dare light the oil lamp. I have seen more creatures out there in the woods. December 14th. The creatures have become hungrier. I have tried to hike both north and south, but was forced to turn back. In the north, I have seen a house with smoke coming from the chimney, but my path was blocked by something unmentionable. I turned back, terrified. I can only guess what has happened. Someone has used gravitronics and unleashed something terrible. Within a few days, Kawani will be swamped by giant beasts. Fortunately, they are weakened by the cold. If the beasts survive winter, life will be changed forever for the people living here. When I visited the Loop last year, I met a brilliant but self-absorbed and vain scientist named Diane Peterson. She was fired for her mistakes and her arrogance, and it was said that she left the area. I remember her colleagues laughed at her for her outrageous theories. She was very bitter when she had to leave the Loop and said she would have her revenge. Nobody took her seriously. I think she might be the one who did this. Tomorrow, I'll find a way home. And as Jeff reads that last line, tomorrow I'll find a way home, we just looked at the body of Nicholas Evans that has been disemboweled by velociraptors.
Have we heard that name before, or have we only heard that name before because of this letter?
Because of this letter, yep.
Okay, I couldn't remember.
Yep. So where we left off, right? You guys had just read that, had recovered, and we're thinking about what to do next. Jeff had suggested going north to that cabin that that Nicholas saw smoke coming out of.
It makes sense.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But there are dinosaurs out there apparently, so you got to watch your step.
Okay. What are you guys thinking? Because I have an idea, but it might be stupid.
Guys, I think the dog is probably dead.
Yep. It's dead. Let's go home. He probably like starts like walking. He goes walking out. He starts to go like walk towards the front door. He's like, yep, that's right. Dog dead. Let's go. He walks to the front door. He's like, Aaron, you can go first.
I mean, clearly we're here because we have to stop the I don't know, the portal, whatever it's called.
I thought you were gonna say the dinosaurs.
Yeah.
That
Clearly
too.
we've got to stop the portal before something else bad happens, right? Or at least we should probably tell someone about it. I don't know.
This sounds like a problem for the Avengers, not me. But they're just comic books. So I say we go home.
But this is our chance to be the Avengers.
And Billy just like puts his head down. I was like, don't say that. You know how much I want to be Iron Man.
Yeah, and as a point of reminder, there was a dinosaur behind you, right? So having to go back the way you came, right? Like that's one of the reasons you ran this way is because you were trying to escape the giant beast you saw on the other side of the lake. So,
what did it look like that was on the other side of the lake? Did it look like a velociraptor or?
No, it was definitely bigger and quadrupedal.
Quadrupedal.
Four legs.
Stegosaurus.
Okay. I am a Did it say I am a Stegosaurus?
No. It just knocked down a tree.
It knocked down a tree?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What do we use to like? What's like a figure thing out stat? Could we roll the
figure thing out stat?
I was gonna say recall knowledge because of Pathfinder, but I didn't know if that was.
I believe it's comprehend, maybe.
Right. I need to scroll down more.
What are you trying
to do a brain
recall?
splurge?
What are you trying to recall, Billy?
Now that we know they're dinosaurs, like, okay, what dinosaur did that look like? But
the one you saw before. Yeah. Sure.
I'm not very good at this, but we'll try it anyway. No bonus dice. Yeah, I just don't know what the frick it was.
Yeah, that's a 0 successes there. All fives. So close, but no cigar. So Billy doesn't have any idea.
Wait.
Yep. Usually you only need one success to succeed, but only sixes are successes. Yep.
So Billy has no clue what the frick it is. This isn't too surprising.
Yep. One thing I want to mention too is as you guys are, trying to decide what to do, Jeff, you do actually notice that shoved in a drawer nearby, there are you see some pages, some hastily typewritten pages, and as you glance over them, you realize this is the beginning, like the first couple of chapters of the last novel this guy ever wrote, right? Or was in the middle of writing and will never be completed. So if you'd like to take those, you can.
I put them in my bag.
Yep. Does Jeff immediately try to read them?
Things are a little dire right now.
Okay, all right.
Is it plagiarism if you take the story from a dead man who never got to publish it?
I think theft is the word you're looking for.
Can you steal?
Yeah, I guess it would. At least the paper itself, the pages would probably belong to his next of kin. If you like,
that's probably some lore we got to establish right now.
Yeah.
Is it next of kin?
I don't think that matters for here, but
It doesn't.
What about his next of Barbie?
No. You know what? I said that kids don't die in this game, but
you are the GM.
A Brachiosaurus just falls on top of Billy from the sky.
You're like, whoops! The portal ages Billy. So now he's 27.
And I shoot him in the head. A T-Rex walks out and shoots him in the head.
T-Rex shoots.
God, we're screwed. Wait, but how does he hold the gun? Because he's got two little arms. He's like,
Pistol.
Ah, there you go. He's
Now
got
the
a
real
Glock.
question is, how does he chamber it?
No, it's an automatic one. The real question is, does he hold it like this or go gangsta style?
The real question is, what kind of results am I going to get when I use the AI generator to do Tyrannosaurus Rex with the pistol?
Hopefully beautiful things. That's what I said.
Okay, so someone else is gonna be that have to be the person to well, here's the thing. So my idea, honestly, like out of character, my idea was to go back to the rocket sled and use that to kind of zoom past all the dinosaurs. But as we've established,
So
we
yeah,
can't get back
Uh-huh.
because there's dinosaurs behind us too, which I had forgotten before I thought of that
Mhm.
plan. So yeah.
Do we have any idea, like, vaguely how far out this cabin is from where we are?
You have not
Like,
you've
on the
not
map?
seen it yourself, so you don't
Okay.
know yet. You'd have, and you can't see it from here at least. You know, if you get up on the roof and look around, you don't see anything. It looks like the land is sloped enough that you have to keep going north a bit a ways. It sounded like that's where he saw it from. It's like you tried to hike a little bit north and then had to turn back, but when he got up a little bit more north, he saw this. So
Oh my gosh.
Did it make a good picture?
Did it make a good picture? Oh, it made a great picture.
Oh no. I'm slightly
excited
worried.
to look at this.
Oh,
Let me look.
that's a jacket.
It's a jacket. That's amazing.
Wait, what?
Here we go. Here we go, chat.
Oh my gosh.
What?
For the stream.
Why
here we
is
go.
oh, that's his breath coming out of his okay.
That's pretty beautiful.
He also never
Why
skipped
is
an
this-
arm day.
Why does he have fingers? What is
Well,
he
when your arms are like
Hold it.
when your arms are like that, you can't skip arm day, you know?
He's got a bit of a rifle coming out of his shoulder. I think that's what that's supposed to be.
All the more to shoot you with, my dear.
Exactly.
So yeah,
Oh,
what's your
that's
guys' actual
so
plan?
This completely find a
Just
T-Rex.
We are
Find
going
a
to
T-Rex
tame a
and give it a
T-Rex
gun.
and give it a gun.
Yep.
Well,
T-Rex with a gun.
We just use the technology that we have to enslave a Tyrannosaurus Rex to our amusement. And
okay, I think there are about 5 or 6 steps you're missing there before that will happen.
5 or 6 rolls.
yeah.
Yeah, 5 or 6, 3 successes or higher rolls. Sure.
Well, what's the first one? Tell me. I gotta roll. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Yeah, so it sounds like the biggest lead you have is like this cabin to the north. Yeah, you do know that there are dinosaurs behind you. Up to you.
But not to the north of us. Therefore, to the cabin.
Except
there's
the
no
cabin to the
guarantees.
north might be the source of the dinosaurs.
Also true.
And then we can put a stop to them. Maybe we can do
Okay.
like an Uno reverse thing and make it suck up the bad dinos and be like, go back to whence you were from.
They weren't summoned like demons, Jordan. Well, I mean, I guess you don't know that, but I think
Hey,
we'll see.
My character, as far as he knows, this was Ouija board magic.
Santa summoning dinosaurs to destroy the earth.
It's
Oh, unholy summoning!
Yeah, so if you head north, you can do so, no problem. Let me check my notes here.
To the north, to the north, to the north, to the north.
So is Billy carrying the rifle? I assume the one he fixed.
Billy's not letting go of that thing. There's dinosaurs out there. They are
And a
scary.
dog.
And a dog, yeah. So
Yes,
Billy's
true.
Maybe. Who knows if the dog's actually out there?
I was gonna say one theory is that the dog is actually secretly a werewolf. So
Oh, don't tell that to
My
Billy.
theory is that the dog is a were-dino.
that's, I suppose, one possible answer. Yes.
Did we see the dinosaur at night?
It is getting on towards the evening now, but it's now. I guess it's still probably after like late afternoon, but it has been night during any of this. Yeah.
Yeah, Billy's
cool. Yeah.
Billy's not going to let that rifle go out of his sight.
Yeah, for sure.
Hmm.
The dinosaurs have to pull him out of his cold dead fingers.
So you guys head north. You're starting to tramp through the woods. Any conversation happening as you guys are going? Is anyone having to reassure Billy as you climb through the terrain?
Probably. Billy's probably thinking it's a good thing I went to the bathroom before we left.
Aaron's just humming to himself as he's thinking about the dog. He's just singing. It's the song Hair of the Dog, which is his favorite song.
Oh,
nice.
okay.
But he's not going to sing the actual lyrics because he'd get in trouble. And we would have to put censor bars in the.
Oh,
Yeah,
I thought it was
yeah.
because of copyright.
No.
No.
I will never be able to sing any song perfectly enough to engage copyright,
Yeah.
except on YouTube.
At least automatically. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you guys
Jeff is
are.
walking behind Billy, not necessarily like to keep him from running away, but just whenever he like stops, just keep him moving.
You're pushing. Keep going. Sure. Yeah. So
Probably
you guys are
leave the
tramping
dog.
through the woods, and there
For
comes a moment.
dinos.
There comes a moment when who has there's like a notice skill in this game, right?
I think that's me.
No TCMO?
What is it?
I don't see anything like that.
Investigate, comprehend, empathize.
I guess it would be investigate, maybe. I'm not
That would
having
be
you
me.
roll this necessarily,
Oh.
but I'm just curious who would be the first person to notice.
Mine's
something like
0.
Yeah.
Well, 0
Jeff's is
plus
3.
mind. What's my mind? So I guess that's a 3 with my mind.
this. Yeah, that's probably the best
Got
example of it anyway.
I've got a two.
So then Jeff, you're tramping through the woods. You're in the back, you said, right?
Hmm.
So you are hearing everything, the two kids ahead of you, tramping through the woods and breaking sticks and stuff, but then suddenly you hear the snapping of sticks behind you, and you turn just in time to see a deer bound out of a bush and run past you guys. Like it sees you, kind of like freaks out for a second and like kind of angles into a different direction, but still like past you and forward. What do you do? There's like a moment of like stillness where everyone's like, whoa, does that just happen?
Billy screams, whips the gun around, nearly hits Jeff in the face.
Jeff grabs the gun so that it's not pointing at him and is, guys, that deer is running for a reason. I think we need to go.
You don't have to.
We need
tell
to start
Jeff.
running.
Aaron's like already heading and like he's already sprinting.
Yeah.
Billy
So
doesn't
you just
need convincing.
run.
As soon as Aaron picks a direction, Jeff is following him. Fast as
What
he
direction are you
can.
picking, Aaron?
It depends. Is the deer running north towards the place that we need to go?
Slightly north. So I would say, so you guys are going due north, right? Because you don't exactly know where the cabin is yet. You're going due north, more or less, and then you're about to this like little sliver of a lake over here, above the Writer's Retreat, and the deer comes out of the bushes to your right, so like this, and then sees you and kind of bounds off this direction. Like it was going this way, running away from whatever it was, right? And then bounded, kind of angled this way, northeast, to get away from you as well. So
it was going northwest and then
it
started
was going northwest, and now, kind of angled northeast.
Let's just go north.
Just
straight
keep going
north.
straight north.
Yep.
All right, sounds good.
right.
Would everyone roll move for me?
Oh no.
And actually, I think we might engage the extended trouble rules here. So this is a rule where, at a crucial moment of mystery, trouble can be so climactic that the kids have to come up with a plan and work together. Actually, no, this isn't quite what I'm thinking. Everyone needs to make this roll because you all need to separately get away from what's happening here. So there will be 3 different rolls, but it's not quite what I was thinking.
I will probably be using my luck for this.
No bonus dice?
I don't think so. Yeah, it's just kind of running.
Okay, how do we use luck again?
Real quick, Aaron, you got 2 successes. Let's check real quick and see if like an extra success for move might let you take them with you.
I got a 1.
You can give 1 success to another kid. So one of you doesn't have to make that roll.
What does
Aaron?
What does luck do? How do we use luck again? Can you use luck to automatically succeed?
You use luck to reroll a dice, I believe. Reroll a die. Let me check. But Aaron, technically the options that you have for this. Oh, nice. It's like a call-on trait in Burning Will. You could reroll all failed dice. So any of the dice that you failed.
On a luck roll?
Yeah, you spend 1 luck and all of the dice you failed, you get to reroll again.
I
For
only
you,
have
it's just
1.
1.
Yeah. But I was just checking in.
Real quick, yeah, Aaron, you can choose one of the 3 following effects with that extra success of yours, right? You can give a success to another kid, so you can make Billy succeed automatically since he only has 1. Well, I guess Jeff only has 1 die too.
Yeah.
That's true.
That's the
But
problem.
Your other options, Aaron, are to impress someone or no one notices you. So if you could just bail on both of them right now, choose no one notices you and then just disappear, right?
I clearly want to impress Jeff.
While he gets
Jeff will be
eviscerated.
very impressed as he dies.
Here's the real question. Jeff, how much luck does Jeff have? I have
4.
5. So
Yeah.
I have more chances to try again.
I will give my boon of succession to the not boon.
You cannot spend more than 1 luck point on a single dice roll. I just looked that up.
Oh, so
Doesn't really matter, but yeah, I think it still makes more sense to give it to Jeff.
Yeah, that is. The
I'll
plan.
use my luck, and if anything, I have a rifle.
That's true.
So
yeah,
I
just go ahead and roll it
reroll move.
Mhm.
Yep.
0 bonus die. I'm gonna die.
Okay. So what happens when so Jeff and Aaron here's the question. Jeff, you were behind Billy, and Aaron, you used a success to help Jeff. So does this look like you leave Billy behind for some reason, or are you staying even though you've succeeded?
I have an idea of what happened.
Yeah.
There was like a little hill that we had to go over, and I fell down at the top of the hill, and so they didn't see me because they just saw me crest the hill and was gone, and so they don't realize I wasn't there. Or like a log or something like that. Yeah.
Mhm.
And since it's snowy, maybe I like fell into a maybe I fell into a snowbank or something.
Yeah, we can see. I think what we see as the shot, right, is Jeff, all of you are rushing, and you hear a sorry, that was a terrible velociraptor sound, but it sounds like a velociraptor.
That was an awesome panther sound.
I know. Halfway through it, I was like, this is a panther. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm trying to remember what a Jurassic Park velociraptor sounds like.
I know what they sound like, but it's not going to be possible to do in person. Velociraptor.
Yeah, please play the sound for us. I got my immersion.
Velociraptor sound. No, not an ad for TikTok. I don't want an ad for TikTok.
Velociraptor sound like TikTok
really the same
ads.
thing.
Here we go.
Oh my gosh, that's terrifying to see that's behind me.
I didn't hear it at all.
I didn't hear a
Zoom
thing.
Zoom filtered it out.
Wait, let me try again. Let me try. Any of that? Nothing?
That's what
We
it said.
heard a garbled mess.
Nothing at all. That's really sad.
I can't do anything
Try
about
talking.
that.
That's
Try
fine. That's
talking
fine.
while you're doing it.
Oh
It's
yeah.
kind of like that, but with more stuff behind
Also
it.
couldn't hear that. Literally every time you try to do the sound, it just goes.
Whatever. No
Zoom is
dinosaur
like-
sounds free. I can. Oh, that's the thing. Only I can hear it because everyone else has escaped.
That's true. That's true. There you go. Yeah. So Jeff and Aaron, you hear nothing, but yeah, all of you do hear the sound, right? Deer don't make a whole lot of sound themselves.
What do you mean they go deer?
So you hear the deer tramping through the woods to the right of you, right? And then you hear the velociraptor screech. And Jeff, Billy, Aaron, you're all rushing up over this hill, and then Aaron and Jeff, you like slide down, right, on your like button legs, like down the hill. And Billy was about to do so, but he trips and then slides backwards down the hill, right? And Billy,
Billy,
yeah,
quit tripping.
Let me see if this works. I'm gonna set my thing. Does this work instead? Nothing? Okay, never
Nope,
mind. Nope. Whatever.
Oh, there we go. Hey,
Why is it
yeah,
for Jordan?
nice.
That's almost the video I used. Whatever.
It must be your audio interface or something.
Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah.
I could hear it through my headphones.
Yeah, weird.
Whatever.
Yeah. So, Billy, you slide down, and you probably you have snow in your face, and you turn on your back just in time to see a
Notice your friends turn their
velociraptor.
backs on you.
Yeah, you see a velociraptor. There's a pair of them, right? One goes after the deer, and the other one's about to go after the deer, and then stops and cranes its head slightly in your direction, like listening. It doesn't quite see you yet, but it heard that you like slipped and fell. What do you do? It's like maybe a dozen yards away from you.
Ready the rifle. What else am I going to do? Here's the thing. The rifle's +2. So how would I use the rifle actually? Would that be tech?
Pull the trigger.
I believe so. It does give you a +2 to whatever the roll is. I believe tech is.
Because I wasn't sure if it was like tinker.
I think it's tinker.
So that would be 2, 5. That would be a +10 to use this rifle.
Actually, maybe not. Let me check force real quick.
That would not be good if it was force.
Force is fight.
But I don't have any. Oh
Yeah,
wait, no, I have. That would be as bad. That would be
tinker.
Good. That would be +2, +1. That would be 3. I have a chance of it working then.
Yeah,
and if I use
tinker says it can also be used to break, use, or jury rig mechanical things.
And I tinkered to fix it.
Drive motor vehicles. Like it's almost there, but not quite. I don't know if it counts as a mechanical thing for these purposes.
Do I have any other way I could make this better for me?
Also, I don't think Billy knows how to fire guns per se.
That's
right?
very.
So,
I fixed it at least. I have the idea.
Yeah.
I have the mechanics down. I don't have the theory down.
Yeah. So I think force makes more sense. But are you just gonna shoot it, or are you going to like hide there and hope it doesn't see you?
I'm gonna stay still, hope it doesn't see me. It's visual cuties based on movement. No. But I think what I'll do is I'll like get the rifle ready. So if it starts coming towards me, I'm going to shoot, but I'm going to try and like just not move.
Yeah. Sure.
And
so
then
you sneak first.
That's just as bad. I have a 1 on that. Do I just shoot now or do I? Okay. Honest question. Is it going to be any worse if I fail to sneak before shooting this thing?
Let me check the trouble section real quick.
Because if it's just better to shoot, better to shoot first and ask questions later, I'm just going to do that.
I see. Okay. So it's up to me. Basically, I can make trouble.
Because my main thought is sneak is going to be at a +1. But if sneaking at a +1 is going to maybe worse than shooting at a +3, then I might as well just do that first.
Yeah. So typically, so I can choose basically it's typical trouble, which would be failure is it sees you, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or typical trouble with the threat of a condition, which means if you fail, it sees you and you'll get a condition. Maybe you get scared because it's rushing at you and you're terrified now. Maybe you get injured because if it does see you, it's just gonna get a claw attack on you no matter, for free. It depends on what I think the level of danger is, but I think it's fine for now just to do sneak. Like the only trouble being if you fail, it sees you.
Mm-hmm.
We're slowly building to this.
Okay, I'll sneak and see what happens.
Yeah.
No bonus die. This is probably gonna fail. Yeah, surprise, it fails. I'm gonna use a luck point just because I might as well.
Yeah, you got plenty.
And I didn't use any of them last time.
Mm-hmm.
Still nothing.
Very good.
Okay, so it sees me.
Yeah. So what gives you away, Billy?
Probably I put the rifle, I do the, and it clinks, and I was like, oh no.
Right. And then it turns to you, screeches, and then
And now
lunges at you.
Now I try and shoot. And that's
Mhm.
force with +2 because of the rifle.
Real quick, Jordan. Yeah. What were you
I was
saying?
going to say, Seth knew it was trouble when it walked in. Now he's lying on the cold, hard ground. Trouble, trouble, trouble. Okay, I'll stop.
That's pretty good. That's pretty
Gosh.
good. I like that.
Okay, let's hope this goes a little
Because he's lying
better.
on the cold ground.
It's true.
Let's hope this goes a little better.
I think you're gonna need 2 successes for this.
See, this is why
you're trying to shoot a velociraptor. It's a little difficult.
That's why I was 1 success. Okay, I'm gonna use luck.
And you re-roll 2 dice then. So if you I don't know if there's a place on your character sheet to do it. I don't know if there is.
I don't think there is. I'm just gonna roll 2d6.
Yeah.
Nope. But I got 1 success.
Yeah, so I think this was like trouble with a condition, right? So
Maybe I shoot it in the arm, and so I don't get a body shot.
Yeah, you know what? I think you don't shoot it. You don't actually hit it, right? But it's so terrified, it reacts to the gunshot, and it was like, oh my gosh, I don't want to mess with whatever this is. This is loud, and it it stops, waits, and then just runs off. And so you could go ahead and mark scared, right? You're terrified.
What's scared
now.
do?
I believe all of these are just cumulative minuses.
Okay.
You're losing dice on things.
Fun.
Yeah. And I believe if you have 0 dice on something, you roll 2 dice and take the lowest or whatever.
And I'm gonna sit there and wait, and just wait until I'm for sure it's gone. Then I'm gonna book it off north.
Yeah. So Jeff and Aaron, it's only a little while.
It probably feels like it was a minute, but it's probably only 10 seconds.
Yeah. It feels it's only a little while before Jeff and Aaron you realize that Billy isn't with you. What would you do?
Probably when they hear the shotgun blast.
Yeah. Well, it's a hunting rifle, but yeah.
Still, it's gonna be loud.
Yeah, for sure. What do you do? Do you go back? Do you keep running?
Aaron goes,
Billy, you're on your own.
And then he starts running back. He looks around and he realizes that Billy's not there, and just and then actually what he probably does is say he tells
Jeff.
Probably tells Jeff, keep going, we'll meet you at the house or at whatever, the lodge.
There's a cabin.
We have no idea where
north.
the house is.
Yeah.
We're trying to find the cabin, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
And in theory, there was smoke coming out of the chimney. So.
Okay. So, yeah, I think Aaron tells him, I'm going to go get him. You try to make your way to the cabin or come back with me. And then if you go to the cabin, we'll meet back up. But I gotta, and he just runs
And probably
off.
by the time you're figure that out, Billy's already a little bit. You can already see Billy running down the hill, maybe.
Sure.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay, so it's just
it all happened
combat
pretty
finish.
quickly. Yeah. Yeah, so
Okay.
I'd say Billy is rushing away, and you guys hear rushing down the hill and meeting up with you, and it, a brief moment of reunion, and Billy, you just keep running.
There's no reunion. Billy just runs past them
yeah, that's what I figured. Yeah.
They're still discussing the matter, and he just was like,
yeah, he's like,
to the cabin.
There you go. Yeah. Jeff and Aaron will look at each other. Where's Billy? And then just sort of rushes right past. There you go. But then you hear in the distance, right, another screech, and then a thump, and then some happy velociraptor noises as they feast on their deer that they caught, right?
Oh.
And then I assume you just keep going.
Follow
And it's-
Billy.
Billy's
I was
not
gonna say-
stopping.
It's a very tense, like, jog through the woods now because you're like, where are, like, there could be any dinosaurs out here. Who knows where they are?
I kind of almost want to switch my condition of scared to exhausted because Billy probably is going to run until he can't run anymore. But I don't know if that matters too much.
Yeah, sure. That makes sense to me.
I'll switch it just for the heck of it.
Yeah, and eventually Billy slows down, right? And Jeff and Aaron catch up to him.
Mhm.
And I assume you take a moment to recuperate and talk about what happened.
Do we find do we see the cabin?
You guys are, like, talking to each other for a brief moment, and I think you do, like, maybe Jeff spots something off through the trees, and then you take a little bit of a hike up through the woods to reach a higher elevation, and you're in a little clearing, there's a little hill, and you can see at this point, okay, cool. You guys are, like, maybe here now.
Actually, while we're talking to each other, Billy turns to oh wait. Billy turns to Aaron and says, "Do you know how to shoot a rifle?" Which is another way of saying,
Does Aaron know how to shoot a rifle?
do you have
I mean,
a better
I was
force?
gonna- yeah, you have a good force.
I've got
Yeah.
two.
2?
And you have what's
Oh,
your
of course,
body?
yeah.
What's your
My body is 5.
Oh, so the answer is yes.
Yeah, I'd say we can say for the purposes of the rules and stuff that Aaron can say narratively, yeah, I've shot a gun before, like my dad took me out hunting
I
or
was
something.
like, so you know how to shoot a rifle?
A rifle? Yeah. Yeah.
Cool. I don't. Shoves it in your hands.
Why did you have this in the first place?
I was scared.
Why didn't
I thought
have
I
this
could
in the-
use it. I was wrong.
I love how Aaron just didn't notice that Billy had a gun on him.
Well, Aaron's more like, okay, 1, why did you have a gun? 2, why didn't I have a gun?
Mm-hmm.
I found it at the cabin. I thought it would protect me from the velociraptors. It kind of didn't work that great. Give me a computer. Don't give me the guns. I don't want the guns anymore. My ears are still ringing, but that might just be my heart going. Dun, 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 dun.
What you need, Aaron puts one hand on his shoulder and says, what you need is a computer gun. Now, to the cabin.
Yeah, and
Right.
Jeff, you
Laser guided pistol. Yeah. Unfortunately, all my computer stuff is back at the rocket sled.
It's literally just a pistol with one of those little toy lasers just taped to the top.
Billy, you left your iconic item at the
No.
rocket sled?
Just like all the good
Any
stuff, I
extra
guess, is
stuff.
getting it.
Yeah,
Mhm.
My computer's still on me, but like
sure.
I can't do I couldn't make this a laser guided gun without all the stuff that's on the rocket
Mhm,
sled.
mhm.
That's because I use my
Right,
Tinker
right.
Toys for the
Yeah,
rocket sled.
yeah. So, Jeff, I think you during this brief conversation between the two of them, you're noticing the smoke, right? But then you also hear, so you can see the smoke and it's coming. It's northeast of you, right? So it's up here somewhere. But northwest of you, you hear something in the distance. You hear at first a velociraptor call. And at first you're like, okay, cool. Well, don't go over there. We're not going to go that way. We're gonna go northeast. And then you hear a familiar voice. You hear Glenn, the leader of the teenagers who were harassing you earlier, shout, "Help! Help! Is anyone there?"
Well, I guess the velociraptors will be good for something today.
But Jeff, I think something comes to your mind, right? You're like, you remember the stories you've read about heroes and how heroes, save people even if they don't like them,
But the thing is, are we really heroes?
and that's something you can decide for yourself. But I that's at least something that would come to Jeff's mind, right? Like, if you truly want to be a hero, technically, heroes save everyone, not just the people they like. Yeah, up to you guys though.
Am I the only one that hears that? Or did
For right now, I mean, Billy and Aaron
Yeah.
are walking up to you in a moment here, but
Okay. Guys, I think Glenn and them are in trouble right now.
Good.
I just the cabin's over here, but I heard a velociraptor over here and I thought it was Glenn shouting.
I'm not going to the velociraptor. Not again. That thing's terrifying. Not again.
And Jeff just looks at Aaron, and it's like he knows what he needs to do.
Yeah.
But he's the one. Jeff is the one with the idea to do it, but Aaron's the one who can do stuff.
Yeah.
yeah.
And so it's just kind of begging, like, please, Aaron, I know.
Aaron is like, all right. Pulls out a coin. It's like, all right, on heads we'll go, on tails we're going to the cabin. He flips it, and then he just starts walking toward, like, flips it really high, and it's clearly going to land in the snow, and you're never going to find it. And he just goes.
Wait, let's look at the coin. Let's look at the coin first. I'll find it. He starts digging. He like grab him by the arm. He's like, no.
That's hilarious.
Let's go be Avengers.
I don't want to be Iron Man anymore.
And then Aaron is like, wait, to be Avengers, don't we have to let them die first so then we can feed them?
That's a good point. Let's go to the cabin.
Maybe we're...
Aaron, you can be the Hulk.
Oh, man, I really wanted to be Miss Marvel.
I don't know if that comic exists yet.
Yeah, that's probably
At least the version that was based on the movie that came out.
He's probably more like, oh man, I was hoping for Spider-Man.
You can be Spider-Man. But let's go.
Technically, the first Miss Marvel is 1968.
Okay.
But yeah.
Okay, so we're going to the direction of the
We're
dinosaurs. Oh,
yeah.
Jordan, put the gun on your character sheet. I'll take it off of mine.
I did. No bonus, right?
+2.
Oh.
Yes, it is
As
good
it's
if you know how to
iconic.
use it. I don't know how to use it. I'm bad at it.
But yeah, you tramp through the woods, and it's not too long before you're in enough of a distance. You're close enough to be able to hear more clearly that the teens are in a very tall tree, and there's a velociraptor that can't quite jump. It's trying to jump up to get to them. It's possible if the velociraptor is left there long enough that it'll be able to reach them. But for now, it's jumping and snapping helplessly with their legs. It doesn't look like they have a very good grip on the tree, and it's not a very good position right now. So it does seem precarious. Like, it's not like they'd be safe there for permanently. So yeah, good thing you guys showed up. And then yeah, I mean, it's standing below the tree and is trying to jump up and get them. If you move any closer, you're going to risk it hearing you. So what's the plan now that you gotta?
I raised the rifle.
Yes, we
gotta
got
start
to
Hey.
shooting? Sure, I mean, you have a hunting rifle. It makes sense.
Going for a headshot.
So, Aaron, you can try to make the shot now, and it'll be 2 successes. Or you can make a sneak roll to get closer, and if you succeed on that, then it'll be a 1 success shot. And the 1 success, and it's neither of these are like to kill the thing outright or whatever, but just wound it and drive it off. Right, that's
Yeah.
the main goal.
How good are you at sneaking?
Also a 2 on body, so 7.
That's not bad.
And if you get extra
really good.
successes on sneak, it'll give you bonuses and stuff, right?
How much
So
luck
I
do you
just
have?
need 1 success on sneak.
How much luck do you have?
5.
You have a pretty good chance.
No,
of
he
getting
has
this
like
thing.
1 or 2.
Wait. Oh, I have 5 boxes.
Oh,
How many?
You should
how many
have 2
boxes
luck.
per-
Yeah, I think you have 2.
Okay.
how much
You're
luck? Wait,
correct.
how much luck did I start with?
5.
Because you're 10.
Okay.
Yeah, it's based
Right.
on your age. It's 15 minus your age is how many.
Okay, then yeah, 2. I have 2. Okay, so no bonus dice.
I just remember that you can click on there's a reroll button on the roll that if you want to reroll your
Oh, there
failed
is.
dice. Yeah. But yeah, 1 success, Aaron, on sneak.
And no bonus dice
No,
for this?
no.
Okay.
Oh,
Oof,
come on.
That was a terrible, terrible roll. Do you want to use one of your luck?
Let's do it.
What?
No! You rolled 14 dice,
no.
and none of them were a 6.
Oh boy.
Wait, where does it show the result
So,
for?
Go
Okay.
over the 0.
Yeah.
Mouse over the 0. You got so many 5s.
So bad. You just
All
rolled
right, Seth,
14 dice
What's
and
the
didn't get a single 6.
statistic likelihood of that?
I don't know.
Well, what's the statistic likelihood of a 1 and 6? What's that?
It's
in
5.
percentile?
Okay, wait. I know. 5 divided by 6 times
0.078.
14.
So
Wait,
actually,
5.
7.8% chance of rolling
Of at
no
least-
6s.
Of rolling no 6s. Huh?
Yeah.
Well, it's more than I thought.
5 over 6, so many times the number of dice.
Yeah, 7.8%.
Very fun. Well, sorry. So I don't know. I think maybe you get a condition. Let's take a look here. What do we got? Because like scared might make sense, right? If you're like, oh, it's all me, right? And now you're like, your heart is thumping in your chest, and now you know you have to get the shot off because it's coming for you.
What do these conditions do to me?
I believe they give you -1 dice. Let me double check that. We've asked it a couple times now. Suffering conditions.
Yeah.
A condition. 5 conditions. Okay, yeah. So it's each condition you have is a -1 on all dice rolls. So I believe that means -1 dice.
Yeah.
Because that wouldn't make sense otherwise. Yeah.
So was that -1 like just the worst or the best, or like how is that calculated?
You roll 1 less die.
You roll 1 less die. Yeah.
Right, but does it like automatically do it?
Yeah.
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah, you had a couple of conditions last time. And that,
Yeah,
I
we
think that's how it
recovered from them,
affected.
though.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Aaron, you're scared. Your heart is thumping in your chest. The Velociraptor screeches and turns to you, and then just rushes through the woods at you. Again, you're a distance away, so you have time to like line up a shot and try to shoot it now. But it'll be a 2 successes shot, unless you wait. If you wait till you see the white of its eyes, per se, it'll be a 1 success shot. But failing that will be way bit worse than failing the one where it's further away. Up to you.
There's not a chance I can get 2 shots off.
I don't think so. I think it would be a roll if you take the take the long shot and then reload. I'll have you make it like a move roll to do it quickly.
Okay.
These are all things you're good at, but
We'll go for the 2 successes.
all right. So you take a long shot as it's rushing through the woods at you. Go ahead and roll shoot or
Roll force plus
Force.
2 bonus.
yes,
Mhm.
yep, plus 2.
Was it? Yeah, sorry. There we
Nice.
go.
Yeah, I shoot the kid between the eyes and he falls down. Velociraptor eats him and then we run away.
Velociraptor's like, hey, cool,
Shoot
bro.
him out of
Thanks.
the tree.
Yeah, so it,
Oh yeah,
it
didn't
does.
I tell you guys? I was never trying to shoot the Velociraptor. I was aiming at the kid.
It does take away a dice, looks like. So
Perfect.
so 2 successes on force. So obviously, I guess you needed 2 successes to shoot it. So yeah, it just takes up those 2 and again, I think like your kids, these are dinosaurs. I don't think this means you kill it, right? If you've gotten three or more successes, then maybe. But this is you shoot it through the chest somewhere. That it might be fatal in the future, but it doesn't like drop it dead right now. And it, screeches and writhes for a little while, and then gets back to his feet and runs off into the woods. It's probably to the east.
Movie narratives would state that there would be a trail of blood that this thing leaves behind, that something bigger and scarier finds it and ends up eating it. And then we have to
Yeah.
evade the bigger, scarier thing.
Very good. Very good. So you
Don't
hear
give
in the
him
distance, you hear in the distance, I don't need ideas, Seth. I already have plenty of them. You hear in the distance, there's silence for a moment, right? After the thing runs off. And then one of the other teens besides Glenn, who I've forgotten the name of, it's just Glenn and them.
Yeah.
One of them says, "What the heck was that? Did
Yeah,
one of you
it's
have a gun?"
Called a gun.
It's a velociraptor.
It's called snow!
You all yell this at the exact same time. And I assume you guys walk towards them, like towards the clearing. Or no? Just leave?
I probably just say,
I'm near the person who has a gun. I'll put it that way.
yeah, I probably just shout to them, "That was a velociraptor? I suggest you climb out of the tree and go home. Also, probably start telling people around town that you saw velociraptors in the woods. And that they shouldn't go out there."
Yeah, and I think they're silent for a moment, and then Glenn says, "Okay." And then you hear them clambering down the tree, and then they start to move off into the woods, and then you see Glenn look back, and he sees you now, like, go through the trees, and he just, like, raises a hand, like, "Thanks," but doesn't say anything, and then walks off.
Aaron turns around, "Well, this has been the weirdest day of my life."
It was really cool up
Right, it
until the
was the same-
Velociraptors.
Wait,
Yeah, well, it was pretty normal until the velociraptors.
I mean, rocket sled.
That's true.
wait, this has all been one day, hasn't it, so far?
Mhm.
So
Literally like noon.
So Aaron beat up Glenn and saved him in the same day.
Mhm.
It's a double
see-
victory.
Do you guys continue going northeast then?
Let's head towards the cabin.
Yeah.
We veer back northeast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Aaron's like, "Man, if this is what day? What's the day of the week?"
I think it's like Christmas. No, I don't remember. I think we did say what date it was.
It was Christmas. I think it was Christmas Eve because we were trying to get their letters to
I
Santa.
don't think it was Christmas Eve. I think it was like a week before Christmas or something like that.
All I
was
remember is
it was
we
the start of, you were in Christmas break, but
Yeah.
it's not quite Christmas yet, I think.
So like the 20th or something.
Something like that, yeah. I think we said maybe like 21st or something, yeah.
Okay, in what year?
In 1986. Just check,
86.
we'll say December 21st in 1986. You can go ahead and check
December
what day that was.
21st. That would be a Sunday.
That doesn't make any sense. Let's make it to 22nd then.
Okay.
Since that's a Monday, makes more sense for the library
Everything.
being open.
That's true. We were in the library.
Okay.
Mhm.
So, yeah. So Aaron's like, "Man, if this is what a random Monday is like, I wonder what New Year's is going to be like."
Yeah. All right, cool. Yeah. So you guys tramp through the woods some more. And you don't see any signs of Goldie, but you do have
I
a
reload the
clear.
gun, by the way.
Sure, yeah. I wasn't gonna try to catch you on that. Don't worry.
You didn't say you reloaded your gun, young man.
So you guys quickly intercept a road. And it's pretty snowy today. So like I think the roads out here, these are like country roads, right? They're not very well plowed. So you don't see any cars on them. But yeah, there is a road that is going due north. But you can tell your guess at this point, Jeff, is that I think you get, yeah, you're probably here. I think you're at the fork in the road over here.
Okay.
And I think your guess, Jeff, is that you need to go right.
No, we
based on
saw
where
the
smoke is.
cabin.
No, just smoke coming from the chimney.
Okay,
instance.
I thought we saw a cabin.
No, we saw the smoke. We're trying to triangulate it.
yeah, so you guys, do you walk on the road or go off the road and follow it? Like, how do you travel?
Well, you said it looks like it's pretty due east.
It's like, it's going to be up here.
Oh,
down
up the road,
this way. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Do we travel faster on the road?
Yeah.
Let's go on the road.
It's easier to go on the road. We've had a long day.
Well, it's a little trickier for things to sneak up on us on the road, at least from two directions.
Mm-hmm.
If we're in the middle of the forest, things can sneak up on us in any direction. At least this time we'll know it's either coming from the left or the right.
Yeah.
Velociraptors
If it was a one-way road, then only one direction could sneak up on us.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot I have cool art to show off. So
In-
I should have put this up when you're fighting the Velociraptors. But
Why are there roads loop-de-loops?
It's
that's
clearly Halo rings. We're on Halo.
that's the loop. In the Hadron Collider or whatever it is. The part.
Oh, so this is like official artwork for this.
Yeah, it's official artwork.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yep. You see the little Tales from the Loop logo on the bottom. So there's obviously more snow where you guys were, but there's that. But then you guys are tramping up the road, right? And the snow I think it starts to rain. It's on that edge of slushiness, right, where it could be snow or rain. And it starts to rain, and by the time you get down the road a ways, some of the road has turned into slush. There's actually a spot up ahead that seems like it might have been plowed more recently than the rest of it. And you're tramping up the road. There's like a hill, right, that's starting to go up, and you can see on your right, like it's only maybe a football field away where this cabin is, and you're pretty sure there's gonna be a driveway off to the right here at some point that you can go to, and it'll be like a farmhouse or something, right? But you get to the bottom of this hill and you look up and you see an overturned truck, and has DARPA on the side of it. It looks like it is like a truck from the science group that made the loop. And yeah, it's on its side. What do you do?
The Department of Everything Random plus Agriculture.
That would be ERPA, but it's DARPA.
Department of Anything Random
plus
anything. Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
DARPA.
So yeah, you can make a roll, Jeff, if you'd like to investigate it further.
Yeah, I'm gonna go rifle around.
No, he has the rifle, not you.
You're still at the you're still at the bottom of the hill.
It's way up the hill.
It's some distance ahead. You just see this as you like turn a corner, and you see like up the top of this hill is like a truck. And it's right at the top of the hill, so it's not in danger of like sliding down or anything. But it's like on its side.
Right, I will investigate around.
Sure, yeah. Feel free to roll said
Dang.
Investigate.
Ooh.
Nice.
We're eating well tonight.
So Jeff, you maybe start to get closer. Maybe at first you're like, oh yeah, this might be something. There might be something interesting here. Maybe there's some stuff we can use because it looks abandoned. And you start walking towards it, and then you stop, and you see a shadow move. And it's raining, right? So it's like kind of overcast and hard to see. But you like
raining shouldn't be snowing.
Well, did you not hear my description just 3
seconds
ago?
Right. No, sorry, I forgot. I forgot for a second.
Yeah, you're good. I was like that. And then
I'm looking at my character sheet says motor sled.
Yeah. You see a shadow move at the top of the hill. And you look and you hear and a giant Tyrannosaurus Rex appears over the crest of the hill, and starts like poking at the truck.
I
A
don't
giant
think the rifle.
Tyrannosaurus Rex opposed to a mini Tyrannosaurus Rex.
Yeah.
I don't think the rifle's
I
going to help us,
stop
guys.
approaching the truck.
I start approaching the truck.
And now, Jeff, you can see the truck is tilted on its side and also torn apart. At least the front cab is like torn apart. You see a splattering of blood on the road. And the seat is missing now that you're getting a better angle on it. And it looks like the T-Rex, its mouth is covered in blood, and it looks like it may have just eaten the driver, took it off into the woods a little ways, and then came back looking for more. It doesn't seem to have seen you yet, but it's only a matter of time if it's poking around for food that it will see you. So what do you guys do?
Go into the
I
forest.
shoot at the engine and make the whole thing explode and kill both of them.
All right, you're not Arnold Schwarzenegger, Aaron.
Aaron is short for Arnold. Are you sure?
No sense.
I think we have to go into the forest to hide because I don't know what else we can do. None of this can be fixed with computers
Or books. Or guns, for that matter.
I thought you said nuns for a second and was very confused. Like, why would nuns help us with any of this? Baptize the T-Rexes? Make them convert?
Caleb already shot that down.
You will now feast on a different blood, brother.
What? What? Where did this come from?
He said guns, but it sounded like he said nuns, and I was like, what would nuns have to do with anything?
Yeah, they're not religiously affiliated with anybody.
That's why they'd make them convert, and then they'd feast on a different blood. That was the joke I was making.
Yeah, so what do you guys do?
It's really hard for them to fit in the confessional.
I confess, Father, that my arms are too tiny and I'm frustrated with you, Lord.
You killed Jason. He's dead.
Wait, Jordan, wait, we need the picture of the T-Rex with the guns again. We need to give them the gun.
I'm just imagining Gangsta's Paradise by Coolio, but I'm imagining the whole video with dinosaurs now.
Very good. As I walk through the valley where I'm eating my food, I look down at my arms and I realize I need. They're
not good for hunting food.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Caleb, I think that's the clip.
Sure. Yeah.
There's something earlier, but I think that was better.
I've been lazy about marking that recently.
I've noticed. No.
Well,
what are we doing?
Getting back to the question.
Methinks the plan is to avoid this thing like the plague.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm kind of wondering if there's any point to trying to sneak away, and maybe we should just run away. Because
how fast do these things look?
My guess is faster than we can run.
Yeah.
So
if you had a Jeep, you might be able to run them, but
here's my thought. We could run. No, I'm not sorry, not run. We could run straight into their mouths. No.
That is a legitimate option available to you. Yeah.
We can't die.
You can't.
YOLO! I'm soloing this boss. Let me solo her.
Oh boy.
I'm about to establish the path of the jar in this place.
Okay, I have a question.
I do have two legitimate suggestions. I'm thinking either A, we can try to sneak and get away that way, Or 2, I can shoot the car and hopefully trigger the horn so there's 2 distracted by the loud car horn and everything.
I think they'd hear
And-
the rifle shot, though. Here's what I was thinking. Could I say that Billy has something in his backpack that he can like trigger to make noise and he can throw it to the other side of the road to distract the dinosaurs while we run off the other direction?
You're so as a reminder, you're kind of at the bottom of you're at the bottom of a hill. They're at the top of the hill. I'm not sure you could throw like if
That's
you could
true.
the only distraction you could do right now would bring them closer to you and not further
That
away.
is true.
Billy's
I
just
forgot
like-
about that.
Watch this, guys.
Yeah, David and Goliath that just sling a stone far past them. You do have a snowball thrower.
We do?
Yes, actually, you know what, Billy, you have it basically amounts to a snowball crossbow. You
I do not have this on
technically-
my character sheet.
You did make it and then got a gun and then forgot about it.
Snowball thrower. What would that be?
I don't know
Legendary action.
what did normal
The
items.
rifle was
with,
the rifle was a +2.
Let me check.
Should this just be a
what's-
+1?
If the roll is successful, you write down the object as an item with a bonus of +1. Yeah, I think it was just a +1. I don't think it was like
Okay.
extra special. So
I don't think I just think I didn't write that down because did I get it at the same time that I did the motor sled?
no, you did it right before you found the rifle though. So
Okay. So I have the snowball thrower.
yeah, if you wanted to lob something past them, you might be able to.
Okay. Could I what would that be to actually use it though?
That'd
Would
be Tinker.
force? Huh? It would be Tinker?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay. So
Use a
I'll
mechanical object.
I'll find something that can make noise in my backpack, whatever. Just some random trinket, or maybe it's like one of my old Christmas toys. Oh, I have an idea. I had a little like robot toy in my backpack from Christmas last year that I was using as I was like looking like critiquing it, seeing like what I wanted it different to be different this year. Because obviously Santa brought me a cool toy last year, but it could have been a little better. And so what I'll do is I'll rig it up so that I'll put it on the snowball thrower and launch the toy robot, try and launch it over them.
So go ahead and make a Tinker roll first to have made that toy, right?
No, I didn't make it. I had it. I was just saying, like thinking of a random trinket I would have had. That
right,
would have made
I know,
noise.
but I think there should be a roll for you to
Okay.
have a random trinket.
Okay, fair enough. So Tinker?
I don't think there's anything special. About it. Oh, okay.
No. So I just
Yeah,
have
so-
a random nothing.
I was gonna say you have you can have an object, but not necessarily exactly the sort of
Okay.
thing that you want, right? So something that wouldn't necessarily be as distracting.
Would fit in a snowball thrower. Oh, maybe this is something I said I already had. It's the aluminum foil that I used to make the antenna that I transmitted the stuff to Santa.
That
with.
would almost be completely. I guess you could put it around. You could put a snowball inside of the aluminum foil, but like aluminum foil by itself, I don't think there's any way you're lobbing it past.
Well, no,
the-
I was gonna like crumple it up into a ball.
Even then, like aluminum
Okay.
foil isn't that heavy. Like
Okay,
it's gonna-
whatever okay, well, guys, let's workshop this. What would I have that would be a potential distraction besides my computer? Or do you guys have something?
Because it would
Or
have to be
just-
noisy enough that the dinosaurs
put
would
the
actually
rifle
pay attention.
in.
Could he just find a random rock
Yeah,
on
rock
the side of the
would-
road? Okay.
Yeah, the
Okay.
trick would then just be aiming it successfully and like hitting a tree or something, hitting something that would distract them and make a loud noise or whatever.
I'll do Tinker, bonus die 1. Please, RNGesus. 1 success.
Yeah, that's all you need. So yeah, is it like you hit a tree and like the snow falls off of it or something?
I hit the tree, the tree
had
rattles.
The beehive. The bees are special dinosaur killing bees.
He only rolled
What?
one,
Murder
not
hornets.
3.
Sometimes Jordan just starts going off on something and I'm just like, where did that come from?
No, my idea is like, yeah, it hits the tree rattles, snow falls
Yep.
off of it.
Sure,
Enough
yeah,
to
I
give us a
think-
distraction to run off into the forest.
Yes, I think that'll be okay. And I'll give each of you a bonus die now to make a sneak roll to rush into the forest.
This is gonna still be bad.
And this isn't so much like it's gonna they're gonna immediately chase you, but they like notice that there was something that went into the woods.
1 bonus die.
Wow. All right. 0 successes so far.
Luck. Using one of
There
my
you go.
last luck points.
Yeah, go for it.
Oh, wait. I was almost rolled Jordan's.
No.
Wait, it only rolled one of them. Did I only have one? Oh, right. Because the
No.
exhaustion.
Oh, yep.
Oh.
You had a bonus die, but it went
Okay, so I'm
away.
going to use.
You know, luck as well.
Hey.
Well,
of course
Billy
I
wants. So if you leave it as it is, we'll get a shot of them noticing, and then we'll cut away, right? Like they're not immediately chasing after you, but they have noticed that something went into the woods, and they'll eventually chase after you, like come after you. If you would like to, Billy, you can take a condition to roll again. I believe that's a thing. Let me check.
Spend a point of luck or take a condition.
It is a thing that I think it's an either or.
Either or, yeah.
Could I? Oh, too late now.
Let me check.
This is not Billy's session. There's not been a lot of computer things for him.
We're doing too much running and sneaking.
Yes, exactly. I was not built for running and sneaking.
Neither was I. Relatable. Anyway.
I'm looking at trouble right now. If you don't overcome, yep. After failed dice. Where does it say? Where does it say that take a condition to get to reroll or whatever?
That is a question for you, Caleb.
Because it's not saying in the trouble section anywhere. It's just saying luck. Yeah, I don't know. Guess it doesn't have. I thought that was an option in the rules.
Well, I think it's because
It is an option.
under reroll, it says spend point of luck or take a condition.
Let me check the condition section.
You know, that really gives the phrase "on one condition" a whole new meaning. You can roll again. You can roll again on one condition.
Nice.
You try to overcome trouble but fail, or if you push a dice roll. Push a dice roll, is that what I'm looking for? Yeah, there's definitely not anything about this in here, even though there should be. It's really weird. Unless I'm just totally skipping past it for some reason. Dice roll, astro details. Is it? Oh, I think there's a failed roll section, actually. Let me check. Sorry, this is taking so long.
It's fine. We just know that I'm going to die.
Pushing the rolls. When you fail a roll, you may choose to immediately retry the task by mentally or physically pushing yourself to the limit of your abilities. This is called pushing the roll. It can only be done once, immediately after the failed roll. You must first check a condition and then reroll. Yeah, so it's just either or. Yeah. Oh, wait, no. You can push a dice roll before or after using a luck point. It says that at the end there.
So I can try again and take a condition?
Yep.
And I'm going to have to take a condition even if I fail, so might as well?
Probably.
Okay. I'll take scared because let's face it.
Yeah.
Belly should have had that already at this point.
I mean, I did, but then I swapped it. So
Right.
Oh, wait, do I mark the condition and then roll, or do I roll then mark the condition?
It doesn't really matter. Oh, I see what you're saying. Oh. Let's check.
The way you read it, it said you have to mark first.
Then you reroll all the dice except those showing sixes.
Well, this is going to be bad then because I'm very unlikely to succeed this because I'm rolling 2d6, take the lowest.
Yes,
so I have to roll
that's true.
2 6s here. You know what? It's not worth it.
I don't know if that's worth it.
So I'll just take whatever happens because this has not been my session, but that's fine. It means the others can shine while I
So I think we will say that the only failure condition for you, Billy, is just well, I mean, they noticed you. They're not chasing after you right away, but you do get the scared condition, I think. There's no reason you wouldn't at this point. But yeah, so we see you guys rush into the woods, and then you're doing like the long way around, right? Kind of in an arc to try to get to this farmhouse that you know is out there somewhere. Yes.
Is indeed the case.
Cool. So you reach an old farmhouse. It has several dilapidated barns and a residential house. Everywhere there are parts of machines, ships, and robots covered in snow.
This is my kind of place.
Yeah. So
And now I've got the conditions.
So this is what we got here. Can you? How much of this can you see? Can you see everything on this?
All
map?
of it.
Cool.
Yep.
So, right, you have several barns. And this main building here. You guys are. I believe this is accurate to.
I'll
Oh,
be.
Oh yeah, good. I think this is west. South is west on this map. I think that makes the most sense.
Okay.
So you guys are coming from
The right.
the right. Let's do the other way around. I'm just trying to think of what makes the most sense here. You know what? Yeah, let's have it be accurate. Let's have you be coming from the bottom. Have it be like that. So, yeah, you see parts of machines, ships, and robots covered in snow. That's what you see on, in the yard. What do you do? Do you look around? Do you wait? Do you fire randomly with your rifle?
Doorbell.
Yeah, I mean, you have to go through the yard to get to the main building, if you'd like to do that.
I want to investigate first.
Yeah, I was going to say, can we actually investigate?
I'm going to
Sure, yeah, you
look
look
around for...
How cool do the robots look?
Very cool. They're in snow.
Good
and
one.
it's just parts of robots, right? No
Okay.
no complete robots out here. It does look like there's a piece of some sort of like plow robot, right? Like a snow plowing robot thing.
Mm-hmm.
But it's destroyed and dilapidated. But yeah, I mean, Billy, you could certainly start tinkering with that stuff if you'd like to. You can grab some parts. You can
Would definitely like to do that.
Sure, yeah. Jeff, probably make an investigate roll, and then we can see what we find. Right.
Yeah. Look around for anything suspicious. Ooh.
Ooh.
What'd you get? 2. Very nice. Right. What does investigate say? All right, you can ask 2 of these questions in investigate. If you look that up on in the compendium.
And I can ask 3 questions with the extra die.
Yep.
Yeah. So wait, do I get to ask these exact questions only? Or
yes, these are the questions you ask. We can tailor them, to mean specific things depending on the context. But
yeah, so the first thing is it's like, is there sign of recent life around the area? Like is it clear that there's somebody kind of living there at the moment?
So it does, like there's smoke coming from the chimney. So there is something inside that is, tending the fire. It's been going for a while now. So and if what's his face saw it, if Nicholas Evans saw it, there's been someone here at least. It's possible that they have died very recently, but at least they are here today at some point, right? You also do see, however, a bunch of T-Rex tracks in the snow around the yard, and a couple of carcasses of half-eaten animals. You do see a human arm poking out from the snow, and on the sleeve of the arm, it looks like it has a DARPA signal on it. So it's probably the truck driver from that truck.
Cool.
The T-Rex lives here.
Look, this is a
It's his
Christmas
house.
episode. We gotta go down through the chimney like Santa Claus.
You can do that.
All right,
okay.
I climb up and go down through the chimney.
Hold on, I get
Jeff,
2 more questions.
Jeff, you also see some dog tracks. They lead towards the house.
The
I thought
dog's
he was
not
gonna say some
dead.
dog treats. Not the dog.
That's what I was thinking of.
But yeah, no signs of the dog being eaten by a T-Rex. It just ran up to the house.
Is Aaron made aware of the dog tracks?
Up to Jeff.
Can't think of any other questions that I would ask.
You have 2. You should use them.
Are we gonna die?
I mean, you told me the threats that I can perceive here.
Well, though none of those are threats that are here, right? Threats that were here.
Threats that are likely to be here.
Yeah.
You had mentioned most of the robots and stuff were like scraps, just part of the things.
Yeah. I have an answer for what is hidden here and where is it.
What is it hidden here and where might it be found?
So, you poke into this barn over here, and you see a time portal. So you see,
Oh, it's time splitters! Gotta get the crystal!
Don't get
there is
that.
so you see it's a barn, right?
Mhm.
But there is the first thing you notice is a synthesizer. There's a synthesizer on the ground, right? This little electronic instrument. And it's connected to a strange machine that resembles a large lantern lying on the ground facing straight up. From the lantern comes a bright light that forms a large ring of light which hangs vertically in the air. In the middle of the ring can be seen a 2-dimensional image of a jungle landscape where prehistoric creatures occasionally can be seen moving around.
Tinker time. Sorry, keep going.
You also see in the middle of the barn there's a hatch in the ground. And that's what you see.
Real quick, did I get anything from the because we just didn't finish up the questions. Was there anything I was able to get from like the robots?
Yeah, it depends on what you're looking for, I suppose.
Spare parts, things we could use.
Yeah, let me take a look. I'm just curious if there's like a
I've figured out the solution.
I want to tinker with the time machine, but go ahead.
Well, that's what it is. You're going to tinker with the time machine by going over to the synthesizer, and you're going to play Renaissance music on it, which will summon a knight who's going to come and fight the dinosaurs, because the dinosaurs are kind of like dragons. And who are you going to get to fight dragons? A knight.
Yeah. Okay.
Or we go to the future, get laser guns, and fight the dinosaurs with the laser guns, or give the dinosaurs laser guns in exchange for them being our friends. And
I,
then
for
we
one,
have cool
am
dinosaur
all
friends.
about our dinosaur overlords. So, Jeff, as a reminder, the hatch is basically like it leads into some sort of basement. You think, right? There's like a hatch leading down.
Get your hands off me, you darn dirty dino!
If you don't have any like idea for the third question, Jeff, I think I'm totally fine with you using that to be like, Billy, you can find all the scrap stuff you need to have useful parts for the future.
Cool.
Okay, so I help Billy loot.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So you find all sorts of
It's not a
little
loot.
parts.
That's a synthesizer.
Like there's a car here. There's a bunch of scrap stuff from robots and whatnot. So So Jeff, you peek into the barn and you see this. Have any of you gone into any of the buildings yet?
I'm probably messing around with the robots. But if Jeff says there's a time machine, Billy's going to be there quickly.
I am
Yeah, so
looking.
you all
There is
peek
a
in the
time
barn.
machine.
Yeah, probably.
Do you actually go in
Time
or
machine?
just look?
Time machine.
What?
Do you go in?
Yeah, probably.
Not into
Cool.
the time machine. But
No,
like,
yeah. Yeah, so you walk up to it. There's a little synthesizer connected to this device that's projecting this like portal.
How
There's
big is
also the
this
hatch.
portal?
It's certainly big enough that
One of the
you
biggest
could
games on Steam of all time, actually.
you could go through it easily. It doesn't.
But
It looks
could the
like
T-Rex fit through it?
yeah, no, for sure.
Okay.
It would have to squeeze a little bit, but it could, yeah.
Notice the car on the layout scale.
Oh yeah, and once you go
Fair enough.
into the barn, you notice that the southern part of the barn, the part where you poked in the first place, is destroyed. The part of the southern side of the barn is just completely demolished. So that's likely where the T-Rex is. The T-Rex came through, and cold air is blowing through the hole, right, and making the barn all cold.
The
I
portal
think the rain has turned to slush again.
is how does the portal function? Is it double sided?
Good question. I
You can find out.
don't know.
Like, can I see through the portal and see the prehistoric whatever?
You can see through it. Yeah, I don't think it's double-sided. It's one-sided. So the part that's facing south is the part that actually has the ability to go through it.
Okay, so what does the part on the other? What does it look like on the other side?
I think just blank.
Okay.
It doesn't really describe this in the adventure what the back of it might look like, but I'm guessing I don't know. What do you guys think?
Anybody's ever thought?
How would that look?
Yeah, how would it work? Would it be double-sided and just lead to the exact same place, or?
Well, it could be like if there's some sort of like purple aura that surrounds the.
Well, it kind of like how in the actual game Portal, when you shoot the thing, there's just like that color right there. I was imagining something kind of like that.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say.
Sure. Yeah. Either way, it's not two images on either side, right?
Okay. I was like, is this going to be something where like one image goes to the prehistoric and the other goes to the future?
No.
Okay.
Well, Billy's gonna walk up to it and see if he can figure out how to control the time machine.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take a stick and poke. I'm gonna take a stick and
Throw
poke
it. Throw it.
What Billy's gonna do is he's gonna take out his computer. He's gonna like see if he can go through like his cables and stuff, like find something that connects to his computer and that computer, and he's going to try and tinker with it. So mainly doing that so I can get the extra +2.
Yeah, so it's not tinker, it's calculate to examine the time machine in the first place, right? To figure out what's going on with it.
Okay, that's fine. I have the same thing on both.
Mm-hmm.
Do I have to do that before I mess around with it, or?
Yeah, I think the first thing you're doing is examining the time machine and figuring out how it works with a calculate roll.
Okay. Is there any way I can use my computer to help with that? I don't know if there is.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Okay.
Well,
sure.
No, I don't think so. Like, this is just you looking over the thing and figuring out how it works in the first place. Yeah.
Okay. I have
no computer there.
A pretty good roll on this.
Just one success though. So.
Are you freaking kidding me?
Okay. Yeah,
wait, well, no. I'm using my last luck. This is important.
Yeah.
I'm using my last luck and getting one success.
There you go. Yeah, so you can tell that it is right. It obviously works by playing the synthesizer.
Mm-hmm.
So there is basically it is controlled by playing specific melodies, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you don't know what those could be. The calculate roll does not tell you what, right? Because there's no manual here. She didn't write it down, right? Like how she programmed this thing, but you know that that's what it's meant to do. You play a specific song and it opens the portal to a specific place or closes the portal or something, right? You could just start randomly playing songs, but who knows what will happen then, right?
Wait, give me a second. How old is MIDI?
Um,
1980s. This will work. Okay. So Billy's gonna look at the synthesizer, see like, oh yeah, it has a what's the term for the plug that MIDI does? Has the jack.
MIDI port.
No,
I think it's just a mini port.
No, because it looks like something.
Type B.
Big aux ports.
A Type B USB port.
No. Those USB didn't exist yet. It's like a MIDI. It's what is this called? Oh, it is just literally a MIDI. Okay,
Yeah.
I thought there was a specific name for that. Sorry, I thought there was like a name. What is the thing I'm thinking of? What are the cables?
It's the little circular thing with the little
I'm trying to think of the name of like the plugs they have like at the soundboard at my church, like
XLR and DMX.
XLR. That's what I was thinking of. It's not an XLR though.
It's not an XLR. It does kind of look like an XLR though.
Yeah, that's why I was thinking of it. Okay, so yeah, I'll see it like okay, like I had the but MIDI's like I can get to a MIDI port. So he unplugs the MIDI from the synthesizer and gets it so it's plugging in his own computer, and he starts dinking around. And do we want to just tinker and see if we can get it to turn off or what?
Well, so how are you? Explain to me your process here. What are you actually trying to do?
Tinker, I guess that would be a tinker roll to try and get it connected to my because essentially I'm like, oh, this is a synthesizer. It has a MIDI plug, and so I unplug it from the synthesizer and plug it into my PC instead, so I can control it via my PC.
Oh, okay. So get it to if you have a MIDI program where you can input notes into the time machine directly from your computer. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Sure. Yeah, I think it's a tinker roll to set that up. Right.
Okay. And would this be +2 with my computer since it is my computer? Yeah. Okay. 3 successes.
Nice. Yeah, for sure.
Does this just mean I have everything I need?
What can you do with extra tinker? I'm not sure. You're not really.
He's not.
Yeah, I'm not sure an extra success really matters that much here.
Just means I have what I need.
Yeah, you definitely have what you need. So you managed to do that. The issue is you still don't know the exact notes you're supposed to play. But you don't really have as much time to think about that because you start hearing. And as a reminder, the barn is open, right? The whole southern portion of it is broken off, so you'll have to hide. You can't just be standing out in here in the middle of the barn with the time machine if you want to not be seen by the T-Rex.
I just really quickly in my program did.
Nothing happens.
Play. Aaron goes, play Walk the Dinosaur. Do it quick now. We don't have time.
Where do we hide? Is that a closet up there?
So as a reminder, there is a hatch that leads down into a basement.
Let's go down the hatch.
I say
down
we
the
just
hatches.
lead the dinosaur back through the portal by standing on the other side of the portal.
It can't see us from the other side of the portal.
That's the point. We stand on the other side of it and make noises like, come get me, dino. And then he is like, oh, that's weird, and goes through the portal because he's trying to find the source of the noise.
I think it's better just to go into
the space tight enough to where we can expect T-Rex go into the portal instead of around it. Also, what's going to keep...
If it wanted to go into the portal, yes, but it's unlikely. Like, it does seem like it's a little bit of a tight fit, right? So, it would take some finagling, right? You know, the equivalent of a D&D animal handling check to actually get it to go into the portal.
But
right?
point here, I think he's more asking if we hid behind the portal, could it not get to us because we're behind the portal, or would it just open up the?
You could probably still try. Yeah, I could probably still try.
It could just destroy the rest of the barn. And
it might destroy because the thing, it could step on the lantern that's on the floor that's projecting the thing, and who knows what's going to happen then, right?
Yeah, I think it's best to hide and not mess up the portal.
Yeah, I was going to say, leading it towards, it's not
down the hatch.
Yeah, leading it towards the time machine is probably a bad idea because it could just step on the time machine and ruin everything, right? So if you go down into the hatch, let me find this real quick.
There's a special secret note that tells you exactly what song to play to suck the dinosaurs back. And it turns out it's Walk the Dinosaur.
Were you saying something, Jason?
No.
So one of the bonus effects, one of the things was this thing can do more than expected. I don't know if there is really more
I don't
than
know if there's. So this is the question, right? I don't think there's a way that Billy could figure out how to guess the right.
Oh, no. I was just
right?
looking at the bonus effects and seeing if they would have helped out anything, but I don't think they make any sense. It just works.
Yeah, exactly. Yep. So in the hatch, and you find a staircase leading down, right? You go down the staircase, I assume close the hatch behind
Does
you.
the cable reach down here or
no, you'll have to leave your computer up there.
oh my computer.
Or disconnect it.
I'd probably disconnect it.
I was gonna say you set it up well enough that I think you can disconnect it and reconnect it, no problem. Yeah. So
yeah,
you
plus
guys
3, I better be able to.
Yeah. You go down the staircase. And you find in the basement, you see a bunch of oil-driven motors that power strong lights and fan heaters, which seem to be heating up some 40 large eggs lying on beds of straw. 2 sloppily painted blue robots move around among the eggs and turn them over according to a carefully planned schedule, it seems, right? So they're like, and then they go back into their little corner, and then like another
like humanoid robots or just like arms?
Yeah, it's they are enough like humanoids that they can like walk around, but they don't have faces really.
Okay.
Or heads.
Do they have guns?
It's like a platform with arms. No.
Okay.
Yeah, they don't have faces. They can't. It doesn't seem like they have any way to communicate. They charge themselves. There's a little docking station that they can go into and charge themselves. But it seems like they're like routinely just like taking care of these eggs down here. What do? You hear the dinosaur poking around above.
Is it just that down here?
That's what it seems like. Yeah, it's just a big incubation room.
I find a giant spear and stab all the eggs.
No, we find first we find a giant frying pan. Then we find a giant salt shaker.
We already have the heat.
Yeah.
It turns out this was her plan with the eggs all along, so they're right there. It's a whole cooking station down here, actually.
Jeff is definitely down for destroying all the eggs as well.
The question is, are the robots up for us destroying all the eggs?
Yeah.
They don't seem like they think, is the thing.
The eggs are being heated, right?
Yeah, there's like big power, like fans, big heaters.
Mm-hmm.
So we just destroy those and then we're fine.
That's true.
Or yeah, we just basically we could turn them off, cut the power, and like literally cut the cables, and then
I don't know if
the power for everything, including the robots.
Yeah,
that's true. Where do we see like a power source for any of this?
Yeah, as I described, it looks like they're oil-driven motors.
Right. Like oil-driven motors?
Mm-hmm.
Because oil goes
we
like
spill all the oil everywhere
for strong lights and fan heaters.
Do we have a way to jam the motors? Or even better, do we have a way to peanut butter them?
You do have a bunch of parts, Billy, so you can.
True, right? I did get a bunch of parts. Can I just like grab a random piece of scrap metal and shove it in the axle?
Shove it in. Yeah, sure. That sounds like tinker to like not blow it up.
Actually, no, I do kind of mind if I blow it up, given I'm going to be right by it. Actually, do any of you others could
Aaron can roll force instead to like.
Aaron, how many conditions do you have right now?
Only one.
I only have 1, 2.
Well, is it 1 or 2? Which is it?
Okay, what is your force? What is your force with the with
force
your
is
condition?
2 and then body is 5, so I'd have 7. -1, so 6.
My tinker would be 3 and tech is 5, which would be 8 -1, which is 7. So it's the same.
No.
So you have 1 more
versus 7. You have 1
more.
more.
I have 1 more. I heard 7 as well. Well, I guess I'm rolling tinker then.
Yeah, makes sense to me.
So I'll grab a piece of scrap, look at the motor, kind of go like, try and get like the timing of it right, and then and we'll see what happens.
Tinker, that's hot.
No, I don't think it makes sense to use the snowball thrower to throw it in.
No.
No bonus dice.
I don't think so.
And no luck, because I used all of my luck. Frick.
Oh, awesome! It blows up. Would you like to take a condition to reroll?
How is he not taking a condition otherwise?
Well, you'll for sure take the injured condition if you don't take a condition now.
I'll take would you take the injured condition and say like it's so probably here's what I'll say. I take the injured condition because I try and shove it in, but I mistime it a little bit, so it like yanks my arm a little bit.
Yeah.
And I'll re-roll.
I think maybe you. Oh yeah, sure. So you're injured from that.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah. So it's like twists your arm.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
1 success.
Nice. Yep. Yep. So you force it in, and it eventually stops. And like your arms are aching. It feels like you pulled a couple muscles. Like yeah.
Aaron pats him on the back, like, really big, and he goes, "Well done. You really are Iron Man."
I don't want to be Iron Man anymore. Okay, well the motor this is done.
Yeah, so it'll kill the eggs eventually, right?
Eventually.
Mm-hmm.
But if anything, also the robots probably aren't powered anymore.
Yeah, they'll eventually run out of charge themselves. Yeah. So yeah, eventually it'll run out. It depends on if you are okay with a long-term solution.
I mean, if anything, it's because like, does it look like these eggs are close to hatching?
I don't think Billy knows about dinosaurs, so you can make a comprehend. Someone can make a comprehend roll to figure that out. But
sure, I'll do that.
Yeah, Jeff might have read about dinosaur eggs.
On dinosaur eggs, actually.
The heck? Oh,
yeah. It seems like they're moderately along, so there's no real danger of them hatching before they'll die.
Well, because it is essentially we could just leave the hatch open. This is going to cool down very fast in this weather.
Yeah.
Also, question is, can we see anything now that we just killed the motor?
No. Yeah, that's a good question.
Okay.
All the lights go off.
My computer screen has light. We can see a little bit. Did anyone bring a flashlight?
None of you have that in your iconic items or whatever, but you could.
But I have a bag.
Yes, I'm trying to remember how that works in this game. How do you?
If anything, I can turn my screen up to the max brightness, open a white screen, and just use that as a makeshift flashlight.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think any of you, and you have to make some sort of roll to have brought a flashlight for some reason.
What kind of roll is that?
Good question. I don't know.
I already have.
That is called a BS roll.
Yeah. It could be maybe. What does calculate do?
Because it would make sense that Jason brought a flashlight because that's how he reads his books in the dark.
Could make sense.
So it makes sense that I would have it in my book bag, which I have with me because it's my iconic item.
That's your iconic item.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's fine. I think you can just have it then. It's not like a super powerful flashlight, but it's a reading light, right?
It's a book light.
Yeah, it just clips onto the book. Yeah.
All right. So we have a very small flashlight by which to see by.
Mm-hmm. And my computer screen.
I mean, but there's not a whole lot else to see down here, so.
But at least we can see. It's not scary because we're children.
Yeah. It does seem like the T-Rex is still up there. It's not like directly in front of the barn or anything. It's not like above you, but you do every once in a while hear, bass thuds in the ground around you.
How is it not like so it's not like in the barn.
No, it's just wandering around the yard.
Get rid of the dinosaur guys. Maybe we should have kept the bullies around so we would have eaten them instead of us.
I don't think the T-Rex would have gotten them.
Why not?
There were a lot of velociraptors.
True. Well, no. We should have brought them with us and then fed them to the T-Rex.
So we should have saved them from the velociraptors and fed them to T-Rex.
Yes, now you're getting it. I don't think Billy would actually say that. I was just dorking around.
What about the oh dang it, I forgot the name of the thing that flies, the dinosaur that flies.
Pterodon?
Pteranodon.
Pterodactyl.
What
One
about
of those.
what about the pterodactyl? What's if we fed them to the Tyrannosaurus? What about who's gonna save us from the pterodactyl?
Wait, when
Wait,
did you
there's a
see
pterodactyl?
pterodactyls?
Probably. I don't know. DM, is there a pterodactyl?
You didn't see one around here, but
So yes.
there may be one somewhere, but it's not here.
So there's like nothing down here. There's not like a secret tunnel to the main.
Doesn't look like it.
All right,
Yeah,
I go up
this-
and I go through the portal.
Sure, yeah, you can do that.
No, I don't go through the portal.
Okay.
It's probably not a good idea.
Yeah, I mean, so you guys get back up from into the barn.
Well, I
As long
think
as
we
you're
wait
quiet.
because we still hear the T-Rex.
I was gonna say,
We've
as long as you're
established-
quiet, you can get up into the barn and like look out through those like the windows and see where it is.
We've established that I cannot be quiet.
That's
Same
true.
here.
I'm saying you
Okay.
won't have to make a roll if you stay in the barn.
Mm-hmm. Okay, we'll stay in the barn. But the thing is, we have to use the synthesizer. I could turn down the volume on my laptop so it's only going through there instead of... Because like my idea is like it's like playing through the laptop speakers, but also sending the signal down the cable. So if I just turn it down so just I can hear it.
Mhm.
I think we need to look... Okay, the thing is, I think we need to do something. We need to find some sort of instructions. Because or else we're just... I think we're missing something to actually use the synthesizer. I think there's a reason there's a house on the map. In other words,
Mhm.
what do we do, guys? That's why I was asking if there's a
So,
secret
what-
tunnel because I figured we need to get
There is
there.
not.
Oh,
yeah.
wait. You still have that aluminum, right?
Yeah. What do you
Aaron
want to do
gets
with my antenna?
Creepy grin.
Aaron
What if we
gets
throw it
creepy.
over the lantern base thing of the time portal thing and see if it disrupts the portal?
I don't think we want to disrupt.
Like just
the
slide it
portal.
under.
I think we need to
Gets rid of
do. I think we need to do like into the Spider-Verse and do something that sucks everyone back through the portal.
I agree with that, but I was gonna say with the aluminum foil, what if we conjure some sort of like we wrap something in this aluminum foil and then light the whole thing on fire with the oil that we have lying around here. And then we use that to throw it out somewhere else to distract the dinosaurs.
We have oil?
Yeah, and all the stuff all
motors.
around us, all these motors.
Fair enough. Oh, true. Okay, wait. Is there like, could we make a Molotov cocktail? Do we
That's
have a way
kinda
to
what
light anything?
I'm thinking of like if we could do some sort of Molotov cocktail with the, if we could do some sort of Molotov cocktail with that we can put in your snowball launcher to make it a fireball launcher,
That's
And-
awesome.
and then the way we can light it is by taking wherever the electricity was coming from, because I'm sure we just clipped the equipment, right? And we just like
We just turned off the motor, so the electricity's
Yeah.
gone.
There's no electricity.
I see
Yeah,
because they
The
were
motors were
Ah.
producing the electricity.
If we
So,
tinkered
to be-
with the
to be honest,
robots,
Aaron's the troublemaker. I'm sure he has some matches. Like that's not, it's
yeah,
not an issue, right?
yeah.
do we have? Could we get some cloth? I guess we're all wearing clothes, so we could like rip some cloth
Speak
off
for
of us.
yourself.
What?
Nothing.
Did you notice the token that I made for Jordan's character was naked?
But I said speak for yourselves. I thought you meant that we don't have any cloth. I'm like what?
Very clearly not wearing any clothes. Don't
Oh,
pay attention to
boy.
the orange and green. That's just his skin.
Anyway, do we have a bottle then?
I'm an Oompa Loompa.
Do we have a bottle
I-
A bottle.
to
I
hold the
can
Molotov cocktail?
investigate our cave for a bottle. I think that's
Yeah,
the
you could
only
try to find
option.
something in here to do that.
Yeah, if there was like, that's a good question. If there was a Or if there was like a motor down here, was there some sort of like gas can?
There may have been, yeah.
Or like just a container of like
Containers.
for, like,
So, yeah.
I will investigate for a bottle thing.
Sure. Yep. Something to just make this plan work. Yeah. Go for it.
Investigation.
That's a lot of
bottle,
twos.
Don't know what we're gonna
Yeah.
do tomorrow.
That was 0 successes. If you'd like to spend luck or take a condition, up to you.
do you have any luck left? I feel like we're really close.
I have
to
a
the
lot
end.
of
Lucky
luck.
punk.
I feel like we're really close to the end. Okay, we got a success.
Nice. Yeah, so I think Jeff finds like a bottle or two. For whatever reason. Maybe I'm not sure why there would be, but like it's probably somewhere up in the top part of the barn. There's just like an empty, let's just say an empty vodka bottle. It is empty, but it's perfect for a Molotov cocktail.
Okay, so
I
he
was gonna
takes.
say, you know, if someone comes down here to work regularly, maybe he just has Coke bottles lying around.
So you take some oil. We put in a little piece of fabric. Maybe like one of us like rips off some of our like jacket or something.
Mhm.
We light the Molotov cocktail. And here's the thing. I have 2 conditions now. Launching this Molotov cocktail is going to be trickier, and I don't have a good way to make it not trickier.
When you
You're still the
launch
best
it with
person
your
to do a
thing,
tinker roll.
Yeah.
when you launch it with, you use Tinker to launch it, right?
Yes.
Yeah, Aaron could just throw it and do force.
But I think he also has 2
Wouldn't
conditions.
that be the same
No.
thing?
I only have one condition.
You have one? Oh, I thought you had
That
2.
his force is 1 lower than your tinker.
Yeah, I think it's basically.
And I also have
So
my
it's the
and I also have this. You could use the snowball thrower.
Technically, Billy still has his pride. So if you fail
No, I
this
don't.
roll, yeah, you do.
I used it to make the. Didn't I use it to make the? I'm confused. I thought I used my
net.
pride.
Wasn't no.
So Aaron,
I know
the only
you
thing I
used the
remember
pride.
is, oh, did he? Okay, he didn't mark that he used it.
I thought marked was. See, this is where I was confused too, because I had the check mark on it. I don't remember if I had the check mark on it or not.
I checked them. I'd mark that for you because I thought you had used it. I
thought I used my pride to make the rocket sled.
I don't think you did. Wait, I don't think I did mark.
I don't-
What was it
I
marked?
don't remember you doing anything with the erector set. So
Right, that's his pride. So that I don't remember that ever happening.
I thought I did that. See, it's been a month. I don't remember. I thought I used it to make my rocket
If you
sled.
used it,
No.
if you used it, you used it to make the snowball thrower. That would have been the only time it would have made sense.
But I don't think
I don't think you would have done that.
because the rocket sled was an overwhelming success. You didn't
Yeah,
need
it-
to use your pride.
Mhm.
And is a pride thing you use afterwards?
Yeah.
Because here's the thing.
You make it a success automatically.
How would the
how many-
pride help in this case then? I'm not sure.
Do you not
I
have
have-
your erector set with you?
I mean, an erector set's like a big heavy thing.
Oh, well then.
I also don't. That's why I thought I used it then, because like I don't see why I would have brought my erect. We could say that I can almost make anything from an erector set. Maybe I use that with like maybe I could say like I'm
There
thinking of the
happens to
scrap.
be one down in the lab.
No, I was saying like I could think of all these scrap I found and think like this is just erector sets. This is just erector sets.
Right. That's basically what I was imagining, right? Is like it wasn't about the erector set so much as your general knowledge with tools and mechanical stuff.
So
right?
what would I use? Because I already have the snowball thrower. So what would I do my pride on? I guess I'm not.
So the way it works, you would
Mhm.
roll. If you fail, you can just auto succeed by checking your pride.
Mhm.
That's how it is.
It's probably better since he has the option to use his pride. But what is your role?
They would be the same exact as yours.
So I would have tech is +5, -2 is 3, -2 condition is 3, +3 is 6, plus the snowball thrower makes it 7.
Okay, so yours is actually better than mine anyway.
Okay.
But you would, yeah, that's true. If you're just throwing it, then you wouldn't get the snowball thrower. Yeah, that's true.
Okay, I'll roll snowball thrower then. I guess
Makes
I
sense.
thought I used my pride. Okay, let's see what happens because I mean
I don't
have
think you did.
I have 7, so that's never meant anything before though. So we'll just light the Molotov cocktail, aim at maybe like one of the
other
other
barn.
houses to set it on fire.
Yeah. Just across the way. Yeah.
Yeah. We'll see what happens. 0.
But you
So
can spend pride.
I'll spend my pride. This is the time
so
to use it.
why does Billy almost fail? And then how does his pride come in to make him succeed at the last second?
No, he's like this isn't gonna work. This is gonna work. No. I can do anything with my erector set. He's
No,
like,
I am Iron Man.
I like that. So I'm like,
And like in his head, Iron Man by Black Sabbath starts playing.
had that come out by this point? Had that come out yet?
Oh yeah. That song has been out for like 10 years, 16 years.
Oh, okay, yes, 1970. See, I'd been out. So maybe here's what I imagine is like I can't do this, and then like our Aaron goes like, no, Billy, you are Iron Man, and I go, I am Iron Man. I just shoot it, and then I'm like, I can do anything with my erector set, and I shoot it, and so it's a success now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so you shoot across the way, the barn catches on fire, and the T-Rex, like, and let's say the T-Rex is probably like over here in the scrapyard, and it I think it probably just like moves south, like tries to get away from the fire and goes further away from the yard. Maybe it seems like it might be trying to leave the area in altogether to like go look for food again.
My Molotov makes the dinos leave the yard. And they're like, fire!
I pat his shoulder and goes, great job, Tony. Now, or great job, Mr. Stark. Now let's get going. And I would like to pitch this flavor thought. In the bloopers of this, I imagine the exact same thing. You hear, down, now, down, now, now. He clicks it, and the Molotov just goes, and explodes on in the room with the portal.
And everyone dies. Yeah, that probably what would have happened. The snowball thrower would have like malfunctioned and shot backwards into the time machine. That'd have been terrible.
Okay, so
that would have been a great idea.
We run to the house.
Yes, so I'm gonna still have you make a sneak roll. He's not far enough away that you can do this, but you'll get 2 bonus dice each.
It just cancels out my 2 conditions. I've not rolled a ton of successes except for when it didn't matter.
Jason got a success.
I know.
Seth failed, unsurprisingly.
I got a 1 as well. I keep rolling 1s.
And Aaron's fine. So once again, the exact same thing. Billy, would you like to take one more condition to roll again?
Wait. If I get a second success, then would that give me the ability to automate him?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So I'll just luck roll.
That makes sense. Yeah.
And I can just hit re-roll, right?
Mm-hmm.
With the marker. Oh, thank goodness. Thank you, Jordan.
Yeah.
Wait,
so
that gives me an extra success?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Yep.
Right.
So I believe there's an option on sneak. You give a success to another kid. Yep. So how you describe this to me, Jordan? How does Aaron help Billy not be seen or heard by the T-Rex?
Probably I'm about to go, yeah! And go,
just drag him across the yard.
I'm about to yell out in exhilaration, and I'm like, shut up!
Or no, he trips and is like about to hit the ground, and Aaron just catches him and carries him the rest of the way.
That makes sense too.
Aaron's just going like saying to himself, "Secret agent man, agent man."
Okay.
So we get to the house.
Yeah. So you rush into the house. The door opens, no problem. It's not locked or anything. You come face to face with a dude.
I thought you were about to say Velociraptor.
Not a dude, actually. When you blink and look at it again, it's a robot. The robot looks a lot like a dude. I'm imagining him as like kind of burnt rust orange. Humanoid, has like big yellow saucer eyes that are like light up like C-3PO style. Kind of has various like joints connecting to larger metal pieces. But yeah, it's a humanoid robot, and he says to you, not really with a mouth that moves, but with a mouth that lights up, right?
Of course.
Well, hello there.
What's up,
Hello there.
robot?
You
Can-
say, "What's up, robot?"
Yeah. What's up, brobot?
I was gonna say.
Yeah, he says, the ceiling. I'm not entirely sure I understand your question.
Why are there dinosaurs?
Ah, well, that I can answer. May I ask first who you are?
I'm King
That
Kamehameha.
depends.
This is Rumpelstiltskin and his brother Cleo.
Those are odd names, and I guess by the tone of your voice that you're being sarcastic.
No. I mean, it's Psych.
Right, yeah. And as you guys look around, right, like the dinosaur, or not the dinosaur, the robot is in this like waiting first room that you enter, this kind of like living room area. But as you look around, you see, let's see, the ground floor is filled with half-finished machines and robot parts, mechanical arms, that the power is off in there, in the building, so you don't know exactly what they're meant to do, but you see one that's like next to like on the kitchen counter that you think might be some sort of like thing that toasts her bread for her or something, right? Like that would like it's like a whole big setup. Like you maybe like push a button and like your entire breakfast is made for you by all these little
Goldberg
robot
machine.
arms. Yeah. Thank you. There you go. That sort of thing, right? And then so it's quiet and dark in the room. The robotic arms now just hang in midair like dead spider legs. There is a let's see. Where is this listed? There's a record player. And there's a couple of there's some records and a big book next to the record player. There's some bookshelves that you see filled with what looks like science books. On the walls there are photographs with gold frames depicting a woman, middle-aged, in various grandiose postures. You can see room off to the side of the kitchen table, right? You see there's a couple of other books. Yeah, you just asked him.
Why are there
No,
dinosaurs?
Yeah, what? Yeah, and he asked you what your names are, and then he said, "I can tell by your tone you're being sarcastic when you gave him random names." And he waits for you.
Look, we're just trying to save people. The dinosaurs are eating people. They almost ate us.
Well, that is unfortunate. I believe that the dinosaurs will eat everyone in Kawani if we don't act fast.
Yes. How do we stop them?
And then you hear from the kitchen, you hear kind of like a light plinking sound, like the rustle of food against a bowl, maybe. It's like a dog eating food out of a bowl. That's what the sound is.
We better get more than $25 for all this.
What do you say?
What was the dog's name again?
Goldie.
Goldie!
Yeah, and you hear the dog stop eating and then pads out into the like entrance room area and is just like, like looks up at you, kind of, dog smiling as only a dog can do.
How are you? Wait, does it have a collar?
It doesn't have a collar anymore. Remember, because you found the collar. You have
but it was a bloody collar. Does the dog look like it was bitten?
The dog looks relatively fine. There's a little bit of blood, kind of matted blood on its neck, but it doesn't look that bad actually.
Aaron just like goes for the double high five and goes, "We're getting paid, boys."
It's way worth more. We should get paid more than $25 for all what we did.
Yes, I have to say, I don't know if people will believe you if you explain to them everything you've been through.
Yeah, don't say.
Yeah,
what do you know
honestly,
about what we've been
I'm concerned
through,
about
robot?
two things. Oh, sorry, what'd you say?
I'm just trying to get the robot to actually answer something. So it's like, what do you know about what we've dealt with so far, robot?
Well, I assume if you've made it this far, you've come into contact with at least 3 different dinosaur species, given the amount of time that portal has been open.
3.
Have you not?
Yeah.
I have been keeping track of the dinosaurs coming out of that portal, and I counted 4, I believe. There was a Velociraptors, Tyrannosaurus Rex, a Triceratops, and a Pteranodon. There may have been others. I wasn't able to watch the entire time.
There was a pteranodon.
And you guys remember the shadow that appeared overhead as you were walking through the woods at one point.
No, but I believe it.
Yeah, so he looks down at the dog and then says, this canine found his way to the house. Despite all odds, I've been taking care of it. I assume you're looking for the dog?
Yes.
Yep.
Very good. I believe he thinks I believe he or she, I haven't actually checked, thinks that it's my master. Or I'm that I'm its master. I'm its master.
Hello, robot. Will you be my slave?
Yeah. I knew what I meant to say.
You meant what you knew to say.
Sure. But then he turns back and he says, I believe you were asking about how to stop this, yes?
Yes. Is there instruction manuals for the time machine?
I suppose we will move past introductions then. You don't know my name and I don't know yours. But
my name's Billy, robot.
My master programmed me to
Billy
care
Robot.
about etiquette and propriety.
His name
But
is
not
Billy
dinosaurs.
Robot, but he is Billy. And he is Jeff. Jeff, right? Yes.
My name is Jeff.
And I am Aaron.
Jeff.
That's
Nice to
Aaron
meet you.
with an I, not Aaron.
Have you
I see.
guys seen that clip? It's the guy's like, my name is Jeff. Have you seen that? No? Oh, I'll find it. I'll send it.
The gift that I shared earlier today.
It's from that, yes. It's that.
Mm.
My name is Jeff.
My name is Jeff.
And then Aaron goes, now, I'm sure your name isn't as cool as Brobot, but what is your name, Brobot?
My name is Isaac.
Yeah, I'll take it.
If you're looking for how to stop the time portal, unfortunately, the only one who knows that answer is on the other side. My mistress.
died?
No, the other side of the time portal.
Oh.
Oh!
That's pretty good. My mistress, Dr. Diane Peterson, was gathering some more dinosaur eggs on the other side of the time portal when I believe something ill befell her. She hasn't returned, and thus the portal has remained open, unfortunately.
Why is she bringing dinosaurs?
I don't know if I'm
Mistress was
authorized to share.
robots?
I don't know if I'm authorized to share that information. Privacy,
Okay.
you understand.
She's a butthead, that's why.
My mistress does not have a butt for a head, if that is what you're inquiring about. She has a normal face.
Yeah. I know what that was about.
This
On a scale of 1 to 10, how punchable is this face? No, I'm kidding.
I see that you were in the barn already, so you must know that the synthesizer is the key to closing the time portal. Unfortunately,
yes, but we
my
don't know
master.
the key of the song.
Yes, and neither do I. Unfortunately, the only one who knows that is Dr. Peterson herself. You'll have to go through the time portal to rescue her.
Rescue? Why did... So she is on the other side of the portal. You won't tell us why she went through the portal, but we have to go through the portal to save her.
Maybe we could just get the T-Rex to step on it.
Unfortunately, destroying the time machine will merely make it impossible to close the time portal at all. The portal itself is not locked in place by the machine. It simply is summoned by it.
Hmm.
So if we get the T-Rex to stomp on the portal...
The T-Rex will be stuck here forever.
Not the
Well,
machine,
no.
but the portal itself.
The portal will be stuck open forever.
No, the portal's an intangible object.
Yes.
It's not actually.
I see what you're asking. No, only you can only go into the portal. Only really works in one direction. The Tyrannosaurus Rex stepping directly on top of it wouldn't really accomplish much. If it stepped into it from an angle, then maybe its foot would go through. But no, it can't squeeze the portal closed by stepping on it.
Dang it!
I must confess that I'm not programmed with all of the minutia of portal physics, but I know enough to know that would not work.
All right.
If you guys do want to look around the house, though, if you don't want to try to go into the portal to find Dr. Peterson, you can look around the house and see if there's something that can give you a hint.
Yeah, let's look around the house first. Just because
I want to ask the robot, do you know any songs about dinosaurs? What? No. I'll ask, what are your favorite songs?
I've been programmed to to admire Mr. Roboto by Styx.
Dang it, she's good.
I'm told that is ironic. Of course, when I say that I like that song, I'm merely saying what my programming is telling me to say. I do not have the capacity for emotions of any sort.
Really?
So you're
because
a politician.
And as soon as he says that, as soon as the robot says that, he leans down and then mechanically pets the dog. And then he says, "I feel nothing as I pet this dog."
Well, yeah, let's look.
You probably don't have nerves in your hands, so that makes sense.
Yeah, let's look around the house, see what we can find, because going outside again is going to be difficult.
I understand that. I must warn you that you are condemning an innocent woman to death.
Does she have
innocent?
Innocent.
Yeah, let's roll this back a little bit.
He doesn't answer.
Scratch that. Reverse it.
He just stares at you.
She caused multiple people to die. How does that make her innocent?
She didn't intend for the portal to remain open. I'm sure that something ill has befallen her.
Good.
So what do we do if we go on the other side and it turns out she's already dead?
Well, then I suppose we'll have to figure something else out.
Does your master or mistress have any weaponry or defense system or anything that we can take with us to make sure we're a little safer and more prepared to bring a fully grown adult-sized woman back that might be injured and we have a better way to carry? Is there anything that can help us?
I feel like if that existed, she would have brought it with her.
Yes, unfortunately, you are exactly correct, Billy Boone. Or Billy, whatever. You probably didn't give him your last name.
I did not know.
She has brought the power loader with her, but it was made for, but it was meant to relocate the eggs that she was gathering. She likely has it with her.
Is there anything that she has on her that we could track her with?
Not unless you have technology beyond even her capabilities. Even I cannot track her. We are talking about a different timeline. Trying to think of the right word there.
Period.
A different time period altogether. Time stream. That was the word I was looking for. We're talking about a different time stream altogether.
Wait, are you from this time stream?
Yes, I was created here by,
Okay.
I was created in Kiwanee by Diane Peterson. She worked at the Loop.
It's all coming full circle.
Hey.
All right, let's go, guys.
So yeah, you want to look around the house?
Yeah, let's look around the house.
Yeah,
Let's see if we can find any
well.
hints as to what we need to do first before going in to the portal.
Mm-hmm. Sounds great.
I still think that Jeff's the best one to actually look around.
He is.
Technically, you can help each other with rolls and give extra dice.
How do we do that again?
I just looked at. You just describe what you could do to help, and if it makes sense, then you can get an extra die.
If Jeff
We're gonna
tells us what
split
to
up and look for clues.
Yeah, and I don't think there's really needs to be much description beyond that, right? You split up and look for clues, right? You're just all working together.
We look for anything music related.
Sure, yeah.
Or related to whatever she was working on.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah, go ahead and roll it with 2 bonus dice then.
Is there a
Ooh.
record player?
There is. I just described a record player and a
right.
record.
That's what I thought. There's a record on the record player right now.
No, there's one sitting next to it.
You rolled 10d6 and 3
Do I spend a
ones.
luck to reroll that?
Yeah. I have luck.
There you go.
One
Still only one.
20 dice
that's
and
really
1
bad.
6.
Yeah, so I mean, really quickly, Jeff, I think you do find a bunch of interesting things. And this is obviously all of you working together, but you find a bunch of interesting things that might be helpful. You find beside the record player lies the complete opera, The Ring of the Nibelung. I don't remember how to pronounce that. And Richard Wagner's autobiography, Mein Leben. So I don't know if any of you are familiar with the Ring Cycle, but it's that opera in the book about the guy who wrote it. The bookshelves are full of science books, and on the kitchen table there is a book called Learning to Play the Synthesizer, Popular Songs for Beginners. So you find that. Those are the two things that really stand out. There are some various half-finished machines and robot parts. So you could, Billy can mark that basically he's found some more helpful robot parts. So maybe you can get a +1 if you use those, Billy.
So I have 2 things of robot parts?
I think so, yep. And then there is an upper floor too of the house. It looks like it hasn't been used for many years. There's cobwebs that cover old furniture, a loom, framed photographs, chests filled with fabrics and mice droppings. Not much else up there. But yeah, the 3 things that seem important from your role there are, the robot parts that Billy can use, the book about the synthesizer, and the record player and its accompanying items.
I think the record player is definitely the most likely to be helpful.
I'd almost be willing to bet all the songs were pulled out of the synthesizer book.
Yeah.
That's
Learning to play the synthesizer, Popular Songs for Beginners.
She probably just picked easy songs.
Yeah.
So,
Jeff, if if someone wanted to make a roll, it might be another investigate roll. Let's see, what does investigate actually? Understand clues. Yeah. If you manage to succeed on another investigate roll, Jeff, if you are reading through the synthesizer book, I think you might be able to figure out which page was the most read or whatever, right?
Okay. Yeah, so I'll look through the book for notes or use where.
Yeah.
Are there wavy pages or something?
Exactly.
And
that was comprehend.
It'd
be investigate. Yeah.
They're right next to each other.
Yeah.
Hey! That makes up for it.
3 successes. Cool. Yeah. So you find
What's the right song.
You 100% know what the right song is, Jeff. It is The Final Countdown by Europe.
Nice.
Okay, yeah, okay.
Wait, the right song for what? To close it?
That's that's the song that she's looked at the most here. That's the most likely to use.
Okay.
And do we know if that just closes the portal?
So if you ask Isaac about it, he says there's basically she set it up. She hasn't programmed it a whole bunch. There's basically just one song. You use it to open and close it, right? You just do that one song and it opens and closes it. She there's program in there to expand it outward, but she's only wanted to use it for one thing so far. So she hasn't programmed it any further than that.
She just set up a toggle switch of a song.
The thing is, though, how do we get the dinosaurs if we close the thing, do the dinosaurs go away?
Probably not.
No.
Do you ask Isaac?
Yeah.
No.
I don't believe so. There's no reason why the portal closing would return the dinosaurs to their original time stream. I don't think it's likely they'll survive in the winter, though. It's possible that closing the time portal just means they die here.
But I mean, they're killing people now, though.
I'm not sure there's much we can do about that, Billy. As sad as it is, and I say that because my programming is telling me to say that and not because I'm actually feeling any human emotion, you understand?
Robots
If I
aren't as
could-
cool as I thought they were.
If I could feel human emotion, I would be sad.
He's
But
a
I
very
can't.
understanding robot.
See, maybe that's your problem, Isaac. Maybe you're not feeling human emotion because you're not meant to feel human emotion. You're meant to feel robot emotion. You need to be yourself.
I don't believe that's a thing that exists.
You have to create it. Use your imagination.
I don't believe I have one.
But you clearly have beliefs.
I believe exactly what my programming tells me to believe. If that is belief, then I think humans have misunderstood the word somehow.
Yeah, that's a believable statement. Anyway, let's go, guys.
Hey.
Yeah, you just want to go into the barn and play the final countdown?
No, I have a plan.
No, we have to
Okay.
go get her.
Here's the deal. Aaron's gonna say, okay. Hold on, I keep forgetting these characters' names. So Billy, you stay
Yeah.
behind, and if we're in there too long, or if stuff starts to get sketchy out here, and if you think that the portal's about to be destroyed or anything like that in an emergency, you play that and you close me inside. Jeff, you make sure he doesn't get eaten and try to... Yeah, just make sure he doesn't get eaten.
Right, put the bookworm on bodyguard.
Yeah, I don't know. I was trying to think of something that like involved if he were to take the manual and stuff down and keep reading it.
But it sounds like there's no point to that.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay, well,
Maybe Jeff and I go through.
Or maybe all of you go through.
We could, but then there's the risk of all three of us getting trapped in the past.
I don't think Caleb's gonna do that. Oh, we can do nothing about it.
I think that counts as dying, and therefore it can't happen.
Yeah.
No, it counts as aging, which can happen because we just like our characters live until.
This is the thing, okay? So you guys get to you're at the door of the house, right? You're looking across to the barn, and you're like, maybe we have to go get her. And of course, that's when the T-Rex shows back up.
Problem
And
solved.
yeah, I was gonna say it's in the yard, and maybe it's even like you guys are walking over there, and the T-Rex shows up. What do you do? It sees you. We're escalating.
We run through the portal. And open
No, bad dinosaur. Go home.
Billy is
We use the
not
robot
standing up
as
to a
bait.
T-Rex.
I'm
we
not
use
actually
Isaac as
saying that.
bait.
Just saying.
Isaac is not leaving the house either.
Wait, can Isaac? Can he do something? Can he protect?
I'm here
us?
to look after the dog. He closes the door.
Closes the door here. Lock.
yeah.
Aaron turns around. Can't feel human emotion. That was fear if I've ever seen it. Wussy robot. Stupid.
Yeah, you want to run into the portal?
Sure.
I'm not sticking with the T-Rex, so
If
Sounds
it
good.
goes to the portal, at least it follows us into the portal.
Hey, dinosaur! Taste my pasty protagonist butt! And he runs through the portal.
Yeah, so I think if you would like to try to like get it to follow you into the portal, that would be a roll. But I think if you're just running into the portal, you could just do so. It's far enough away that if you stuck around, you're gonna have to make a roll to escape it. But if you just run into the portal,
Yeah,
you're
we're not sticking around.
sounds good.
I like it going through the portal. I don't like dealing with it on the other side of the portal.
But that's what will happen. So yeah, so when you stuck through the time portal, you feel a tingling sensation throughout your bodies. You suddenly find yourselves in a hot and humid jungle surrounded by enormous trees, swamps, and huge birds, giant dragonflies, and giant beetles of different colors. A 15-meter snake winds its way up a tree next to you. The time portal is hovering in the air between two trees, and you can see the barn on the other side. You're sweating profusely now in your winter clothes, and you're soon attacked by leeches and mosquitoes. So again, you're in like a swamp, basically, right? So yeah, like you're just in the middle of a swamp. What do you do?
What was the lady's name?
Diane Peterson.
Diane Peterson, where are you? No, actually, that'd probably be a bad idea to yell out in the middle of a swamp. I mean, would it be?
Billy just might.
I mean,
is it a bad option, honestly?
okay, it's a swamp. Are there footprints?
It's a swamp.
It's a swamp.
So parts of it are swamp, parts of it are jungle, right? Like there are places you can walk on dry ground. You've landed in a pool, basically, right? But yeah, I mean, Jeff can make it investigate if you guys want to look around for clues. Kind of his
Finds
job.
What to do from here.
Yeah. You guys can help him.
Oh, we'll help him.
You can give him bonus dice if you want.
Oh yeah. So we just have to
just roll 2d6.
You can roll. You can roll it again. That's fine.
All right.
Yes. Let's give us more chances.
Yeah.
We're so close to being done, aren't we?
Yeah.
Okay.
Investigate. Let's do.
Whoa!
4 successes.
All right. So you immediately
She's right
see
here.
Jeff. Yeah, you immediately see that there is a path that seems to be been created with like a machete, like chopping through the jungle. It's starting to be over reclaimed, but it's only been a few days since the portal was left open, so there definitely is a clear path through the jungle to somewhere that was made by humans, right? As you travel along the path, you see a bunch of strange creatures, right? Lots of, as I described, insects and birds and giant lizards and things, right?
All the while, Billy's going, ew, 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 ew.
Yeah. And then you see a base camp near a lake that stretches as far as the eye can see. The lake seems to be, we get like, various establishing shots of the lake. You see huge crocodiles and other darker, more ambiguous prehistoric water-dwelling animals. You see in the sky, pterosaurs and large birds wheel about. You see the base camp is built up into a tall tree. Tall as a skyscraper, the tree is. A ladder leads up to a tree house about 20 meters up. And that's what you see. Yeah. But yeah, it's very easy to find, very quick to get there. You just climb up the ladder.
Go to the tree house, see if she's there.
Sure.
And if she's not, we can just leave and close the friggin' door.
Yeah, so as you climb up, you see a bed, some crates, a variety of jungle gear, and the remains of a completely broken robot. 2 hunting rifles are also kind of on the ground there. 3 dinosaur eggs are found in like a bag that's like partially open. You see these dinosaur eggs in there. And then you see Diane Peterson. You see a woman lying on the bed. She seems to be asleep. She seems to be worse for wear. She had bags under her eyes. She's sweating. Maybe has a fever of some sort. She looks like she's sick.
First, Jeff takes a rifle so that he has a rifle.
Sure.
Because they're there.
Mm-hmm. Do you take the 3rd rifle, Bill?
Hey, we found the person we're looking for.
You deserve justice, Dr. Peterson.
Don't worry,
And
we'll put you out
Jeff-
of your misery.
And Jeff, an 11-year-old boy, murders a woman in cold blood.
Hey,
And
hey,
suddenly the
really
story
is
takes a
full
dark
cycle.
turn.
she's warm-blooded.
Yeah, but Jeff pulls off his mask and he's actually a lizard man, so.
Ah, I see. That's why he likes books.
I
don't know what that means either. I just said
He's in it with the dinosaurs.
Yeah, Jeff has been a dinosaur all along. What do you guys actually do?
Wake her up? I don't know. Like, Mrs. Peterson,
Man, we think it's time for us to go.
are you drunk?
She seems to respond to what you're saying, and then
She responds to drunk.
she slowly opens her eyes and like looks around, squinting. Who are you?
Rack,
I
Shack,
am
and
the
Benny,
angel.
let's go.
I was gonna say the angel of death. Angel of death, here to bring you home.
We are the three ghosts of Christmas. We're all three collectively the ghost of Christmas present, which you need to get back to immediately, young lady.
Wouldn't it be the ghost of future's Christmas? Because
the
like we're in
ghost
the
of
past
Christmas
right
past is a dinosaur.
I can get
now? Well,
behind
Christmas
this
hasn't
rumor.
happened yet by this standard, so
Yeah, right.
we go to the dinosaur. They're like, "What's Christmas?"
Yeah.
Because the dinosaurs can speak, of course.
Have you heard of
Anyway.
our Lord's
Question
favorite
again?
dinosaur Jesus?
There's Dragonborn Jesus and
Yeah, it's
Dinosaur
dinosaur Jesus. Yeah.
Jesus.
What was the question again, Caleb?
Who are
She said,
you?
who are you? Yeah.
Oh, it's,
Oh, I
long
love
story
Boo.
short, we were looking for Goldie, and we found you, so you're going home.
What?
You let a bunch
Who-
of dinosaurs out.
Are you
Let the
are you kids? What are you doing in here?
Are you an adult? What are you doing in here?
Ma'am, we don't want to close the time portal on you, so you might want to get going.
You wouldn't be able to do it anyway. Only I know the song you're supposed to play on the synthesizer.
All three of us
Final
at the same
countdown.
time go, it's the final countdown!
And then she swears under her breath.
And Billy has this computer.
that's not in the song.
Yeah. And then she starts to like try to get up and she's like, okay, just give me a. And then you all hear a thump on the roof of the treehouse.
On the roof.
Yeah. Dinosaur
Jeff,
Santa
do you still have the gun?
Aaron goes, prehistoric
Aaron has a gun
Santa?
too.
Does it count if I haven't been a good boy yet?
Yeah, that was the best. That was the best. Oh man.
I immediately is like, I need to give this man a piece of my mind.
I had something I was going to say. I don't remember what it was.
Yep. All falls away in the face of Dinosaur Santa Claus.
Dinah Santa Claus. Dinah Santa Claus.
The thump, something on the roof thumps, and then what's your immediate reaction?
Jeff, do you still have the gun?
I
Or are there two guns now?
There are three guns
three.
in total, including the one that Aaron had originally. So you can all have guns.
You can have a gun, Billy.
I think I'll stick with my snowball launcher.
I'll stick with my stones.
Diane goes like this. She's like, shut up. Give me the gun. She's standing up shakily.
I grab the extra gun and hand
fair
it to her.
Is that gun better than the gun I currently have?
Probably not, because Billy, cleaned it up with like a nice roll.
I made it really nice.
Yeah.
It's a +2.
So she grabs the rifle and then kind of leans on it, as she's like definitely not,
She leans on
Yeah.
like, sets it off.
and then fires and she dies.
Okay, let's leave.
She doesn't
No,
even
yeah,
die
so-
from the bullet. She just dies from the rifle just going boom, boom, and like hits her in the face.
But she turns and like leans against the side of the treehouse, and she's like trying to like get you guys to like, be quiet. She's like, I think there's a pterosaur. It made a nest on the roof of the house. Killed my robot. I was hoping we would be able to get out before it came back, but
You kill a robot if it's not alive.
you know what I mean.
Not really, actually.
We're gonna have to find a way to distract it or drive it off or something.
Is there any oil in here?
Doesn't seem like it, no.
Create a Molotov cocktail, really screw up the fossil record.
She
It was
turns
always there.
she turns to you all and says, "You look like smart kids. Anyone have an idea how to drive off a
Wait,
dinosaur?"
this is a tree house.
Yeah.
Is there any dry wood? Of course not. It's a swamp. Well,
Yeah, it's very humid, so
does she have
yeah.
anything that can be lit on fire?
She has things that could be lit on fire if you had enough time and
I
persistence,
mean,
but
my idea is to just
I have
push.
matches.
that's true. And yeah.
My
So
idea
do
is
you
my idea is to push her out of the treehouse and let the pterodon eat her, and then we get out.
as most of
Sorry,
your plans
robot.
are, Seth. Yes, murder is an option. True.
Why have I become the murder hobo in this? Probably
I've
because
killed you enough times that you've had to. It's your only option. It's your only
Yeah.
recourse. Kill
You get
first.
killed enough times, you live yourself, or you see yourself die long enough to become the
Di-
murderer. I don't know.
Yeah,
die,
you've been murdered enough times to see yourself become the murderer.
live long enough to become the hero, die enough times to become the villain.
It's like no,
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
it's just like the wait. I thought murder is just how this game worked. It happens all the time to me.
I mean that phrase is how I play video games. If I die enough times, I become a villain.
True. But yeah, do you pull out your matches, Aaron?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, she looks at you and she says, "Okay, all right, you might be onto something there. This place has a higher oxygen content than normal. Be careful, but you might be able to set a fire if you use those."
Okay. Is there a nearby tree?
We're in one.
Besides the one we're on.
Yes, besides the. Is there a tree
Um,
that I could light something on fire and light a nearby tree?
I don't think so.
I'm not even sure if I'd be able to light a live tree on fire.
This tree is like the size of a sky. Like it's a huge tree. So I don't think there's a tree close enough to it.
Could we just set the roof on fire?
Yeah,
And
that's
then
kinda
the roof,
what I thought.
the roof is on
that's
fire.
technically true. Like if you did it, like you could maybe set the roof on fire and then try to climb down, and maybe it's like, yeah, I don't know. But
Because
it would
fire-
probably just leave. then.
Because if it built a nest and if it maybe has eggs, it might be more concerned about my babies.
Yeah, but then at that point, what does it do? It just either
Tries to-
dies or runs away.
Yeah, and then it's gone.
And then it sees you and then attacks you because it's irritated. Again, you could try it. You would just have to. And so this is actually this part is a extended trouble sequence. So as you guys are thinking through all the things you could do, let me describe what this will be like. So at a crucial moment of the mystery, the trouble can be so climactic that the kids have to come up with a plan and work together. A single dice roll is not enough to portray the trouble that they are in. Each kid will have their part to play in the plan's final success or failure. This is called extended trouble. So first, we set the stakes. I'm going to set what's at stake. What will happen if the kids fail? Let me check the adventure and see what it says. That might happen.
Guys,
If you fail, you're going to be chased off. And Diane's not going to be able to come with you, right?
Oh well.
someone
So
set
like
up
she won't be able to be fast enough to get away, but you'll have to run for it. So that's the trouble that's at stake here. You might get injured or whatever, but obviously we know that the kids aren't going to die from this. They'll get driven off. The threat level is going to be threat level of 3 times the number of kids. So that means that's the number of successes that needs to be gotten in total among all 3 of you to win. So that is going to be 9 successes in total that needs to happen.
So we're screwed.
The kids decide what they want to do, agree on which skill each one will use, and in what order they will then act to make their roll. The kids get to choose which skill to use, but the game master can disallow any clearly unreasonable skill uses. And then each kid gets a scene to act and rolls for their chosen skill. Success goes towards reaching the threat level, but can also be used for bonus effects. If there is time, a kid may roll for lead to create a dice pool below instead of adding towards the threat. I'm not sure why that matters there, but I don't even know what that means.
I think I have a new plan. What if we use the dead robot and create a bomb?
Maybe you'll do something like that. One last note here. If the final sum of successes that you get are less than half of the threat level, then you failed completely. If the number of successes reaches half or more of the threat level, the kids can check additional conditions to get more sixes in order to reach a compromise. Each added condition counts as an extra success. So if you, like, we're at the end here, if you have extra conditions you haven't marked yet, and you really need to like push yourselves to the very end here to get the last successes you need, that's one option we have. The kids can even you can even make yourselves broken to succeed if you want to. If the kids reach the threat level this way, they will achieve a part of their goal. If the kids reach the threat level without checking extra conditions, the kids achieve their goal and overcome the trouble. So those are your 3 states of success.
Well, we're probably gonna have to mark conditions.
Yeah.
Because I already have 2 conditions, which makes it more difficult.
So yeah, I mean, like Billy tinkering with something could be part of this.
I could.
Aaron,
Okay, I like the idea of making a bomb.
Mhm.
So if you're making a bomb, and if Jeff is looking around in here for all the materials that we need to make the bomb, and then if I'm basically setting the trap and trying to spring it and like trying to get this bomb, my thought is
Sneak it up there?
Well, yeah, we put it in this robot and try to get it up to the or it could be that Jeff is finding a location to put the thing, so the thing goes after it, and maybe I set off the bomb by shooting it with the rifle.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, you could have the robot, if you get it working again, have it fight the pteranodon, right? And then run away and then shoot it and have it explode. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, sure.
Cool. So what are each of your, like, obviously Aaron's going to shoot and Billy's going to make the robot. What is Jeff going to do?
I was thinking Jeff, unless you have a thought, I was going to say maybe Jeff like finds like the perfect place for this pterodactyl to notice and try to get to like a believable distraction. Like figures out what's the Tyranno, whatever it is, going to.
He does have comprehend. He could like be like, what do I
Like,
know
can you
about
use comprehend
pterosaurs?
to like understand something about the pterodons that we
Sure.
from what I've read.
Makes sense to me. Yeah, let's probably start with that, right?
Yeah.
All right. No bonus.
I don't think so,
We can't help him with this.
I don't think so. It seems
One
like
success.
All right, you got one. Do you have luck?
Yeah. Thank you.
You can
I will
re-roll and
use-
try to get more, right?
I
Might as well at this
absolutely will.
point. 2.
Nice. Well, at least got one. You're not quite a third of the way there, but people
Okay,
have gotten lucky in the past.
so now I roll Tinker.
Yeah. So real quick, I think Jeff, you probably just bring out your book bag, right? And you
Yeah.
bring up, maybe you just have a dinosaur encyclopedia, and you're like,
Wait. If we're doing that, then I should have gotten 2 bonus die.
yeah, that makes sense. That we should have done that anyway, right? Because yeah, for sure.
Then he would roll 4.
Yeah, if you want to, yeah, just go ahead and roll. Just type /R space 4d6. Okay, no more successes. Bummer.
Okay.
Though I suppose
yeah,
that last pair would have only re-rolled if you had not gotten success, which
But he didn't, so.
Yeah, works. Cool. But yeah, so you can describe it however you like, though, Jeff. Right, like are you bringing out like a dinosaur encyclopedia, or is it like Journey to the Center of the Earth or something?
Yeah, it's like I have a book that I think Dinosaur Encyclopedia literally has an entry about pterodons.
Sure.
And then I think the way comprehend works is you give me the information.
Oh yeah, let's take a look. Let's take a look. Or ask you to come up with something on your own.
Okay.
Ha If you have an idea, then
enough.
that's fine. Otherwise, I can come up with something. Because like the trick here, right, would be what is pterodon behavior like, right? Are they territorial? Are they actually going to And I think you know what? I think the answer is having the robot fight it definitely is going to be a good idea because it's territorial. It's not necessarily so much that like it's going to protect its eggs like it's maternal or whatever, but more like this is its territory. It has chosen this, like it has to fight off whatever is here. So having the robot threaten it is definitely a good idea along those lines.
Okay. I think I have a good way for me to make this tinkering really work. So I use my computer to do the programming stuff on it.
Mhm.
And then I
You
have
have all your robot parts.
I have 2 sets of robot parts. That's plus 4. That's 4 bonus dice.
Yeah, sounds great.
I think there's a good chance something. Hopefully, we'll get at least one success. I'd hope. Let's see what happens.
Wow.
And we
That's
can't
terrible.
help with this, can we?
I
I
rolled
don't think so. Yeah,
10 dice.
that was really bad.
10. I'm gonna take upset as a condition because I personally am
Yeah.
upset.
I mean, yeah, like Billy's failing to do this, right? He's trying to program this, and like maybe for a moment you're like, oh no, she's too smart for me. Like the girl, like this woman who this scientist who's made this robot like is just beyond me. I'm not smart enough to figure this out. And they're like, no, what am I talking about? I am smart enough to do this.
And then I'll re-roll. 2.
Hey, that's better.
2. Okay. That's about average. Okay,
You
I'm able to get it
basically
working.
made it halfway.
We have already made it halfway. Yep. Or so we're at 4, right?
Yeah, 4 out
Yeah.
of 9.
4 out of 9. Yeah. So you need to get one more, I think. Did it say rounded down or let me check? But then yeah, Aaron, you guys are like so Billy, you make the robot and then the robot like starts to climb up this like ladder up into the roof, right? And starts punching, tries to punch the pterosaur, and the pterosaur's like freaking out trying to destroy it. The robot is not made to like attack things, so this isn't working very well, but it's certainly a good distraction. Let's see. Yeah, it says half or more, so I'm assuming it's rounded up. It doesn't say rounded one or the other, but yeah. And then you guys are slowly, quickly, as fast as you can with Diane, clambering down the tree, the ladder, and you get to a point, Aaron, where you can definitely tell. I mean, you've only gotten 4 out of 9, right? You can tell that the robot is about to be destroyed, and the pterosaur sees you and is like irate and is like about to it starts to fly off. The robot grabs its leg, but it's like very on its last leg. It's about to like shut down, and the pterosaur will be able to get free and fly and grab you guys. So you have to make this shot to be able to blow it up, and otherwise the pteranodon is going to get free and go after you.
Aaron lifts up his gun, he points and he goes, "Sorry, bird brain, but dinosaurs just don't fly in my neighborhood." And he pulls the trigger.
Do you have help with any of your items? Obviously the gun gives you
He has
plus
the
2.
rifle, yeah.
But like what's your iconic item again?
Snowboard.
A snowboard.
Yeah, it doesn't really help right now.
Yep.
I want the explosion to be so huge that it creates a giant mud thing that I can ride my snowboard on. No.
An avalanche? I mean,
An avalanche of mud.
You're like 20 meters up in the air right now.
I know. I'm
yeah,
joking.
that's why it would be sick because you're going 20 meters down the mud-a-lanche.
Okay. I click. That's force, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Force, then plus 2 bonus dice.
Oh
my gosh!
That's terrible.
Why
God,
are you
that's-
so bad at this?
I assume you don't have
You
any
have
luck
luck.
left.
You have luck.
Do you
No,
still
he
have luck,
used
Aaron?
2.
I've used 2.
You can mark a condition.
Yup, that's all I'm gonna do.
What are you marking?
Exhausted because I'm tired of this crap.
Yep. Yeah. It's been a long day.
Yeah. So I'll do that and then
Quick
reroll.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They see me re-rolling.
One.
Okay,
That's all
so
we
you've gotten
needed.
one success. Well, that's the thing. You're at halfway now. Now you have to. Are there 4 conditions left from among you to be able to?
I have 2.
I will take on 4 conditions.
Right, you have never even taken a condition. Yeah, there.
I could. It doesn't matter. It just because we're done after this.
Depends on how we describe it, right? So, Aaron, you take the shot. I think the robot blows up, right? But the pteranodon is still like it gets slightly injured, but it's still flying around and gonna like attack you guys. What do you guys do to like save Diane and yourselves from this thing?
So we're still on the ladder.
Yeah,
going
you're still
down.
on the ladder, and basically what's happening here is you're gonna describe how you're marking these conditions to be able
Okay.
to make it through.
Do either of you have? I mean, I know Jeff doesn't have any currently marked. Does Billy have exhausted yet?
I'm already exhausted. I was thinking I could mark
Mhm.
scared and kind of like loosen my grip on the ladder and just kind of slide down a little. Just
I
kind of
can
get
mark-
down.
I can mark upset, and then Jeff can mark upset, scared, and exhausted.
Well, I think you only need 4. So
Right, upset,
Yeah.
and then upset, scared, exhausted.
right. Well, you just described Billy doing 1, you doing 1, and then Jeff doing 3.
Well, I think he was saying if I don't do one,
Oh, if you don't do 1. Oh, okay.
I could do scared. You could take
Oh, yeah.
exhausted. Then he could do 2.
That's what I was
well,
thinking.
I have exhausted, but I can take upset.
I'll mark scared. I think it
Yeah, I
makes
like
sense
that.
for Billy to be
I
scared.
think first, right, we see that Billy has been going very slowly down a ladder, right? And you've been looking down and like terrified of the heights. Like you're okay going up the ladder, but now that you're going down, you're like, what happens if we fall? But then you look up and you see the pteranodon coming towards you, and you're just like, just slide down. You get a bunch of splinters, but it was worth it. And you land on your butt on the bottom of the tree, so you're safe, right?
Mhm.
And then Aaron, what do you do?
I'm upset because I dropped the rifle.
Right. Okay. But maybe what happens is you're trying to get another shot, right? You're trying to like reload it really quickly, get another shot in, and the pteranodon swoops around and it starts to like maybe just barely misses you as you like go up against the ladder.
Yeah.
But as you do so, you drop the rifle and it lands on the pteranodon, right? So you're upset because you lost the rifle, but you do manage to hit it in the head and it like gets a little dizzy but it kind of swoops around again. And then Jeff, how do you mark those last 2 conditions to like get out of this situation?
I am going to scream. I am scared, and I will very soon be exhausted from letting out the loudest scream Jeff has ever had in his life.
Mm-hmm.
And
That's right. You're usually the calm one.
I'm the call, and so just blaring out at the pteranodon, just screaming my head off noise.
Mm-hmm. And what, it just like gets distracted or terrified or what?
So it would just I'm expecting it's like that would kind of spook it and basically chase it off.
Sure. Yeah. It's just like, oh, I don't want any part of this. And then it looks and sees its like whole nest is on fire, and then just flies off.
I mean, it's probably got to be delirious from being exploded a little bit and then
a
hit
rifle
on the
dropping
head
on its
with
face.
the
Yeah. So the way this works is because you had to mark conditions to succeed, you get part of what you wanted. What is the sacrifice that gets made here? What's the thing you don't get? Why does this only succeed partially somehow? Because the goal was to all get out and go to the time portal.
The dog doesn't want to come back with us. We don't get the $25.
That's kind of fun.
Turns
It's not
out
really
the woman actually kidnapped the dog.
yeah. It's not really in line with what I've had in like with what this is supposed to be. It's supposed to be in here in the dinosaur era, right? Like,
yeah.
I thought you just meant in general.
No, because you failed to succeed completely.
Oh, the
getting away from
pteranodon gets out with us. We try and go out, close the portal, but we close the portal after the pteranodon comes out with us.
There you go. Sure, yeah. Yeah, and I think what that means, because we're running out of time here, so we can epilogue now. But I think originally the adventure says that the dinosaurs eventually all die from the cold, and their carcasses get snowed over, and everyone forgets this ever happened, and everyone just says, "Oh, it was a bear attack," like whatever, right? And the sleepy town of Kauai forgets that this ever happened. But I think instead, because this pteranodon got out, we'll change that and say that the dinosaurs survive somehow. Everyone finds out about it, and Kauai is changed forever, right?
I'm okay with that.
Yeah. How do you guys want to, like, they obviously would still be not very good at living in Illinois. But like instead of it being like everything goes back to normal, what does it look like when everything doesn't go back to normal?
Military
you guys get
comes
out.
in.
Yeah, there you go.
I'm literally listening to Jurassic Park right now on audiobook for the second time this year. The military comes in, they put the town on lockdown. They're like, okay, dinosaurs got out, something weird's going on. No one can leave. Everything's really the government takes over. I mean, what do you expect? And we're all we're put in for questioning because obviously we were somehow part of this. And we're like, we're just children. What do you want with us? Talk to the lady who's doing this, but because they don't care because bureaucracy. And then our lives were changed and we didn't get to have much of a Christmas, and Santa put us on the naughty list.
Yeah, so I think like if we ever come back to this, right? That'll be like the town has been changed, the military is on military lockdown, and now there's like even weirder things are happening because Diane Peterson is still out there trying to do weird science things. She didn't get caught, right? Like
she escaped. She didn't come with us.
I like to throw out the idea that now the concept of time travel has been established.
Yeah.
So there's probably a bunch of copycats trying to also do time travel stuff.
Oh, right.
And things go weird.
Because she escaped but didn't take the time machine with her. So now they're like how does this work? What does this do? Because they don't know how it works, but somehow we know how it works. Somehow a 10-year-old child knows more about a time machine than the government.
You just have to play Final Countdown, man. It's not that complicated.
Why don't you believe me? I'm telling the truth.
So like let's get a real quick scene from each of you, right? As we've epilogued, we're skipping forward in time. What do we see from each of you as like your current life right now after Christmas? It's New Year's. Your Christmas was a bunch of people with guns and badges telling you what to do, right? Let's start with Billy. Is it like being interrogated like we just described?
Yeah, my computer's probably been confiscated. The government is trying to figure out what's on it, even though it's just the normal computer, but they won't believe me because they think somehow I was able to control it, even though I was like, it's just MIDI. So my Christmas is ruined. I think I'm on the naughty list.
Yeah, your parents are irate about it.
My mom, the one person who used to support my hobbies, is now kind of annoyed at me because even though it's not any of our faults.
Yeah.
But literally it's the lady.
Yeah, they probably they're blaming you as kids for messing around with technology you shouldn't. And yeah.
We're the ones doing it, yeah.
Yeah.
Our fault. We should have closed it on her.
Jeff, what do we see?
Murder was the right option.
Well, what do we see from you, Jeff?
I think the next scene we get with Jeff is like after all the interviews are done and all the interrogation and everything. He's like, he didn't have a computer for them to dig through or anything like that. It was just like a book on like an encyclopedia on dinosaurs and all that stuff. But we cut to him like sitting in his sister's room complaining about everything that went on. But also it's a thing of, it's like his life was like a book for once. So I think we kind of like that for however annoying it ended up being.
For sure, yeah. And Alice seems like enthralled by the actual story of it. But I think we get a shot of a catalog that's next to her bed, and it's basically like a retraction catalog. It's for a company that was working with DARPA. DARPA was promising all these like flying cars and all this like cool technology, right? And it's like this weird retraction leaflet that basically says, "Sorry, the government shut us down. None of you get your cool toys anymore," right? Like we were promising the cool future with all the science fiction technology, but now we can't. Sorry.
Oh, the
Your orders
loop
have been
gets
canceled.
entirely locked down.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So we just see that as an establishing, on her bed frame or her bedside table rather. Cool. Yeah. And then we skip over to Aaron, and Aaron, I have an idea for one thing for you at least, but what else do we see from you?
Wait, guys, I just forgot something. They take our rocket sled. That's probably what does happen. Probably what does happen eventually is they're like that. You built this? I'm like, well, kinda.
And they're like, oh, genius kid.
He did build the time machine.
Exactly.
That's probably why they don't believe me that I have nothing to do with the time machine. Anyway, go ahead, Jordan.
So you might want to say what you think first, Caleb, just because.
Yeah, so I'm imagining you go back to the junkyard, right? And you see Ernest Casey, the hobo who helped you build the rocket sled in the first place. And I think, what would you like? I think this is you showing up to him after you guys have successfully managed to get them off of his trail because he helped you build the sled. Because I assume you would do that, right? Because you're good friends. So he just looks at you. You walk in and tell him that, right? And he looks at you and he says, "Thank you, Aaron. I really appreciate that." He puts a hand on your shoulder, kind of squeezes.
Aaron nods and he goes, "Thanks, Ernest. I'm gonna miss you."
You going somewhere?
I don't know. After the whole debacle, the government kind of did a check-in on my home life, and well, the state's taken me.
Ah.
And I'm being put up for adoption.
He looks around kind of furtively and he says, "You don't have to do that if you don't want to, Aaron." And then his eye kind of peels back and he reveals that he's actually an android. And he says, "There's a reason I knew what I was doing in the junkyard. Come with me, Aaron. Grab your friends if you want to.
Aaron's
we make our own destiny."
Aaron's like,
and title card.
Exactly. And I think the very last thing we see is like Santa Claus coming over. No. This is the last thing we see. The last thing we see
jet
is
stream.
No. The last thing we see is Santa Claus. The insinuation here is that Santa Claus did appear over Kiwani, but was stopped by the military. And we just see a man in a big red suit, with a beard. He could be Santa Claus. Looks eerily like Santa Claus, and he's in an interrogation room. And there's an FBI agent saying like, "What were you doing with a rocket sled?" And then we cut there because I think Billy didn't they didn't catch. I think we went back, Billy. The rocket sled was gone for whatever reason. just to add some weird mystery in here, right?
Santa got an
Santa
upgrade.
stole my rocket sled?
Yeah.
Who needs reindeer anymore?
And
this thing flies!
And you know what? That guy was probably just a guy who worked as a mall Santa or just looked like Santa Claus or something. But like the insinuation is just hilarious.
He's
right?
the local mall Santa.
Yeah. And that is how we end our two-shot of Tales from the Loop. Thanks, guys, for playing. That was a blast.
This is a silly game.
It's a really fun system. I think it would be really fun to do a whole campaign with this at one point. We'll have to see when we can do something like that. But for now, we'll go ahead and sign off. But hey, let's give you guys XP.
Yeah.
Let's see if we got any experience points. I'm sure you guys did. Okay, so.
It's so stupid. I just looked at my notes and I remembered my stupid joke with the notes.
Yeah, in his notes he put like G flat or whatever.
My gosh.
Okay, so experience points. If you participated in the session, you get 1 XP. So everybody gets 1 XP.
1 XP.
Have you been in trouble because of your problem or your relationships
Yep.
this session?
Nope,
Billy,
We all
yes.
got in trouble.
What was yours, Jeff?
I can't stand up for myself.
Wasn't
Oh, wait,
a whole
that
lot
was
of
actually.
opportunity.
Yeah. That involves interacting with people.
Yeah.
Wait. So what was it? Say, how do we get experience points again?
Have you been in trouble because of your problem or your relationships?
Oh, scared of animals? Yeah.
I think so.
The whole,
On it.
Velociraptor.
My
Mhm.
parents think I'm good for nothing.
I don't think that actually came up. There, we were focused outside of the
Yeah.
regular life this time, but all right. Did you use or struggle with your pride? And Billy used his pride, so you can mark it. Aaron, what's yours?
I already used mine last session.
Yeah, and you didn't really stand up to anyone in particular, so yep. So just Billy. Did you put yourself at risk for the other kids? I think all of you have done that.
I think the
Maybe not
yeah.
Billy.
Does investigating the truck count?
At the
That's
very
the
least, like
fir-
taking, I would say, I think all of you can because you took conditions to help each other, like at the end there, and right.
I mean, we
I think
all
it's
went
fine.
through the portal.
Yeah, I think it's fine. So, you need to take experience points for that. So one there, and then have you learned something new?
No, wait a second, guys.
Certainly.
I think I froze for a second. My internet goofed
You
out for a
did,
second.
yeah.
Hello.
Do I get experience point for that? Because I got my conditions by being stupid
I
and
think that's
failing
fine.
rolling
Yeah,
low.
I think all of you at the very least at the end
Okay.
there, right in the finale,
Fair enough.
did that. And then you all definitely learned something new, right?
Dinosaurs.
How
is
at the very
real.
least how to open and close the portal, right?
It's true.
So yeah, 5 XP is what you need to like get a advancement. You
I have
can
8.
increase a skill by 1 for 5 XP. So feel free to
And
do that if you'd like
Do
to.
we take away our conditions?
I believe in between mysteries, yeah, all that stuff resets.
Did we just end a mystery?
Yes. Yep. You ended the mystery of the dinosaurs coming through the portal. Oh, and hey, you do get your $25 though.
Hey!
I think maybe the like end credit scene we get is Aaron, if you wanted to grab your friends and run off with the android hobo, on the way out, you could like finally return the dog and claim your $25, which you're gonna need if you're on the road.
Yep.
Do you all run off with Aaron or do you stay?
I mean, I think the FBI kind of has their eye on us.
Yeah, but Ernest is an android, so he could help.
Fair
you
enough.
escape.
Fair enough. True.
What do I? Okay, you said a skill. You upgrade.
Yeah,
a
you can
skill if
spend
it's-
5 XP to increase one skill by 1. Skills max out of 5. But yeah, there you go. That's Tales from the Loop. Thanks for playing, guys. A lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
Adios.